Empire Bridge and Chalkers Red. I'll get the two captains to come up here and introduce you to the sides. Then we'll have about a 5-10 minute break, we'll get into it. So if I can get Ali, get James, wherever you are.
Where do you want me?
The captain of the bridge, Ali, the ace man. Before we look up.
Thanks, Chris. Firstly, James Georgiadis, and we've got Bill Riley, Tom Hall McLeod, Roland Green, and James Dominga. Our seventh is Shane Cripps, who's not here today. And Kim Saunders. Thank you.
Thanks, Ace Man. And James?
Chalkers Red, Sergeant Naka. Fish, Sean Salmon.
Say what?
Gary Wilcox.
Go on the Reds!
Daniel Porter. Nick Delahunty. Jane Allen. And Jason Tucker.
Thank you, James. So, ladies and gentlemen, the two sides, probably a fair portion of the best players we've got here. Let's hope it's a good final. Give us 5 minutes, boys get organised, and then we'll get into it. Thank you.
Boys, back.
We'll do it before the match. Play well. I don't know what's going on as well. Good game. All the best. Play well. Enjoy yourself. Game. Teammates the game.
All the best, Cam. All the best, Phil.
Daniel, where was it, mate? I need the spot. I need you to find the spot for me. Daniel.
Leaving all the cues here in case the players can back their own. Yeah.
Goggles.
Shockers!
Testing 1, 2. Welcome guys, this is the Super League Grand Final, South Australian Super League Grand Final with both of these teams are very strong. But we have Empire Bridge with, I believe Alex the captain, and James and Sarvin are co-captains of Chalkers Red, I believe, so you can see the lineups on the screen. I think there's three state team players each, I think, on the team, but obviously you've got Phil Riley, you've got Gary Wilcox, Shane, who have all made.
Yeah. 3 state teams on each side with excluding Riley and Ali.
Yeah,
Tom on the cloud, last year's state team.
yeah. So if you're tuning in and watching,
I'm on mute.
yeah, Mike is on mute. He was talking a bunch about how good Dan Lynch is, and he's volunteered to come down. But yeah, if you guys are watching and you're from Adelaide, it's going to be there's already probably 80 odd people here already, and it's a really good atmosphere. So please come down and just watch the finals, because it's going to be extremely high quality.
I think it's going to be very intense because Super League Grand Final has always been a huge thing for SA Pool.
Sure.
Yeah, Super League Grand Final, it's always been such a big deal for our state in this game. But Sarwan's really gone to all ends to make it the big event that it should be, and getting Dan over here, live streaming it, all the people having a drink, making it as special as what it is to.
Yeah, it's definitely the first time that the committee has tried something different and tried to actually make this a standalone event. It normally is on a Monday night.
Yeah.
And we still get a fair few people turning up, but just like after this there's a dinner and then there's a big presentation.
Yeah.
So if this turns out to be a positive, which it already is, the day's just going to grow and grow.
Ladies and gentlemen, just one thing. Get everybody to put their guns on the floor and turn them off. That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. And one other thing, if you are taking photos, you can turn your flash off. More than welcome to take photos if you require.
That'll do. Yep, no worries.
So for those who don't know, our Super League format is 6 players on each side, and we play each other once, so 36 frames. We normally play all of them out, but because it's finals, it'll just be whoever gets to 19 first. If it's 18 all, which has happened in the past, I believe they just do 5 frames. It's just the best of 5, and whoever wins in that wins the premiership. And I believe Chalkers Reds are defending champions.
They are, yes.
But the Bridge, it's been a very long time since a team other than Empire Hotel or Empire Black have made the grand final.
Well, you know Alex's achievements. He hasn't played in the Super League Grand Final, quote me wrong, for 15 years?
About that, yeah.
And
it's completely staggering.
So this is a big thing for him, even though the bloke's won everything on the planet.
Yeah, whereas Chalkers Reds have been in every final for 15 years.
Let's take our unbiased hats off, because you're a Chalkers boy, I'm an Empire boy.
How did you guess that I was a Chalkers boy? I don't know how you can make that assumption.
For the people at home, you can't see Roth right now, but we will take a photo after. He's got a half black, half red face. He made a special trip to some fancy costume place, and
I did. I spent $12, $13.90 on makeup.
Yeah, but
completely unrelated.
I was trying to say, who do you think is favourite in this match?
Only because Cripps is away, I would say the Reds.
Yeah.
But only by like 2 frames, maybe 19-16.
I agree. I think for Bridge to win, you know what you're going to get out of James Delasar and Alec. For the Bridge to win, I feel that James Georgiadis and Jaden really have to step up.
Yeah.
To get him over the line, because you've got the big 3 on the red side. You've got James Delasar and I'd say probably T-Box, and they can really cover like their team. But I think with the Bridge, Alex their standout player, and they've got like a bunch of solid players, so they've got great depth, but they really need a couple of them to just really step up and win 5 or whatnot.
You at least need them to win the games at the right time to keep the momentum. There's going to be a lot of yelling today, and you have to be able to sustain that.
Great start from the Bridge. Where's Iceman putting that black? Left middle?
Yeah. Yeah, easily. Trying to avoid talking when he's on his shot. It's okay. Yeah, he'll just stun this in.
Come on, Jimmy!
Oh,
And that's pretty much going to be 1-1.
yep.
James will probably play the one on the right side rail, either last or second to last. He could elect to waste one on it.
Yeah.
If he gets the right angle, he'll just try to double it. But he really just needs to keep 2 on that last ball, and then he can do whatever he likes.
Yeah. I'd be trying to get on the black spot some point of this out, and then use your 2 on that ball on the rail.
Yeah.
Just bounce it out, and then it's just all ABC.
Yeah. Might try to get it out now, but I think he'd prefer to stay on the ball in the bottom right corner. Okay, he's probably going to bump it out now.
Yeah. Bump it down the bottom towards the right-hand pocket.
Yeah. Most crucial thing is he has an easy shot after wasting one.
Playing a bit of a billiard, yeah. That's a good shot. I don't really like that shot.
Yeah, you can lose a white so easily.
Because what happens if the ball that he potted doesn't go in? And then you've got that still, and now you've got that dead yellow. Like, all hypothetical.
Come on, mate.
Go the Reds.
Shot, Jimmy, come on, come on. Shot rolling, come on, mate. Shot rolling, come on, mate.
You can head on.
Yes, mate. Great shot, Jimmy, come on.
Come on, mate.
James is always going to be solid.
Come on, boys.
He's like, people say like that players like James, how they're so flary and whatnot, but every time I watch him play like single frame pool, he's just so solid. Like, he's player of the carnival at the world titles, always play the carnival at nationals and stuff. He's just
He
super
tends to
consistent.
more play the right shot when
Yeah.
he's in a team environment. Because it's about the team momentum and not individual momentum.
Absolutely.
There's just so like I guess I like playing in a team environment because it helps me focus.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I like being able to keep the team positive.
Yeah.
When I'm playing for myself, it's a bit different, and other people treat it differently.
Yeah.
Some people are front runners, and
Yeah.
James, like he loves getting on a roll.
Yeah.
With like just running several racks, not letting your opponent at the table, because it's just about the momentum swing between two individual people.
Yeah.
If James tries that in a one frame pool, the other 5 team members they're not going to be affected by it.
Bit of a loose shot from Ruland.
Yeah, he had it tough because there were so many reds around.
Yeah.
I don't think he's got a cross double on at all or anything, but
Do you reckon a swerve here? Try to massage it
I would prefer the swerve. It's almost guaranteed hit. Whereas
to hit
this-
the yellow, yeah. This one here is a bit...
the tables have just been ironed. Anything can happen here.
It's a good shot.
Played it well.
It's decent.
Come on, mate.
That's not too bad.
Come on, boy, the
That's
big
fine.
red.
Puts
Nick has a
pressure.
lot of work to do on this frame, so you're probably going to see a few more visits from each. He can take the railer and then roll the ball down and snooker behind the black.
Do you maybe, the one that he's lining up now, just sort of set it up over the bag and get a snooker at the same time, or?
Maybe, depending on the angle. Yeah, good shot. I didn't realise the white would like spin out that much. Just played it really well.
Ruland, I'll tell you what, he's got a shot. He can pot this ball and that black does go.
Yeah.
I reckon inside that red and yellow, red and the cushion.
Yeah.
Go, Gaza. Go on, buddy.
Come on, mate.
Come on, mate. Come on, mate.
And yeah, I reckon mix out here.
Come on, Reds.
Bit of work to do with those 2 balls on the cushion, but should be okay.
Let's go, Showboat. Come on, mate. Come on, Jimbo. Come on, Jamie. Come
Very loose shot from Gaza.
on, James. Come on, mate. Come on, mate.
Jimbo should clear these.
He's got a really good chance.
Go on, Reds.
Come on, James. Come on, Jimbo.
Screw this back for the middle. Get on that one on the right rail over there.
Yeah. So the toughest ball to get on is the yellow in the middle of that pack
Yep.
because you have to clear other balls.
Good shot from Nick. That makes the frame pretty much over now with 2 remaining.
He'll have to be slightly careful. I think he would really love to pop a railer in one shot. Obviously, it goes without saying, but it's not. You have to still play the out with a bit of care.
Yeah.
Especially for the 2 balls on the bottom right-hand side.
If you land sort of blue spot here, it's just an in or over shot really on that rail. And then
Yeah.
you get over to that other red on the
Yeah.
right hand side.
And this is why he's elected to go this
Yeah.
way, so he can deal with these things. But I think he'll waste one now. Waste one, get the white on the right-hand side,
Yeah.
and he can get rid of his problem ball.
Yeah.
His other half problem. Played that
Good
well.
shot, yeah.
Great shot, Nick.
Shot, mate.
I might have to go cushion first, yeah.
I think he's on it. Otherwise, it's a slight swerve. That's fine.
Come on, mate. Come on.
Has a sprayed one and got the result.
Oh, he's got one. Oh, I reckon he's on that yellow though.
Wow.
It could be.
Actually, right behind it.
Yeah, he's on that.
Yeah. So James has to worry about the pace of the yellow when he rolls it in.
Or do you hit it harder so you come off 1 and then left hand rail 2 and then come on the.
I think as long as you make, you have to decide how you want to play the yellow and not just roll it in, because the white can go anywhere. But if you're decisive about it, you'll actually, like, I call it completing the shot.
Yeah. Just making sure 100% what you want to do.
Yeah. Played that well.
Nice
Great
shot from
shot by
Meg.
Meg. You have to be slightly trusting of the tables, which is something that I've struggled with. Like if I'm playing across the table, I'd half kind of treat the game like golf. Man, if had James Potter that, the light was gone so close to that corner.
One thing I wanted to mention is you've probably seen a nice young lady stepping into the arena there after the game was played. Sarwan's trying to sort of get that feel like the darts and the like how the 9-ball has those ladies going around and sort of showing what the scoreboard is and picking up the balls out of the pockets. He's kind of, he's got two beautiful young women out there picking up the balls after the racks.
Nice. Just adds to the atmosphere a little bit.
Yeah.
It's great to try different things too.
Absolutely.
You see what works, what can be worked on. I think he originally wanted them to rack the balls as well.
Yeah.
And that'd be awesome, but it's a bit of a technique, especially if we used the tables near the entrance of Empire. Those two tables are actually extremely difficult to rack on, whereas these ones I think are a lot more conducive to open racks.
Shot, Verge. Come on, mate.
We've been practicing on these tables so much at the moment just to prepare for the nationals, and like, the tacks have been exploding.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially when they're iron and brushed and.
Yeah, absolutely.
Red. Come on, boys. Come on.
So,
Come on, guys.
Verge here, he's got a 5-ball out. So the mapping is really crucial for making these outtakes.
It is, and it's not ABC by any stretch.
No.
Actually,
So if you
one good shotty.
to screw back for the one below the black.
I'll wait till he plays it. I was going to say, I didn't realise he was dead straight, but I thought he could have screwed to the yellow to the right of the black. If he had that, then it was just join the dots. Great shot. Gaz is firing up a little bit after that sprayed shot.
Going by the angle that Verge had, he knew that if he screws back that much, he's going to go into that red. Why not screw back half that pace, and then you still take that cut on near the yellow down towards the bottom in the middle?
True. Shot.
Well done, buddy.
Oh, wow.
So far in this match, basically it's been the person getting the reprieve has been winning the games.
Yeah.
But they've been punishing the person who's missed their first chance.
Seems like there's a few little early jitters.
Yeah, there's a few yips here and there. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, how that leads into round two. I feel like if the pool's like this, then Empire Bridge will be a slightly favourite. I felt like if it was good pool, like from the word go, I feel like the Reds can bounce back a lot easier from that because the pool has been positive so far. They did it a couple of times during the finals where they were down, and then they just they found a gear and then ran with it for 2 to 3 rounds, which just makes them so dangerous to play. But this frame isn't over by any stretch. It's a lot of work to do.
Been so impressed with Jaden recently. Like his temperament. Like he's always been you always find like the juniors, you know that the ones that have that sort of like that natural talent, like little Daniel and Jaden. But with Jaden, his temperament has really like impressed me recently, and I think he's going to just evolve to a much better player.
Yeah, I don't actually know him very well. I remember him struggling a little bit when he was a lot younger, but it looks like he's really applied himself over the last year or two. And I believe he made the state team last year, the state open team.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
He made the state open
cruised
team.
through.
Cruised through. And then he made the world juniors team this year, and now he's off to Mars to play in the solar system. he's gone with Elon Musk to Mars, so he'll be 34 when he gets there, and we'll be able to. Hopefully, they'll be able to live stream it to us.
Would it be a bad contact you have, Elon?
Good old Tesla. Hopefully, he'll work out the gravity problem for this. Otherwise, there'll be lots of whites jumped off the table, but. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I'm not drinking, by the way. I don't have face paint on.
So Jaden's got 2, right?
Jaden has, yes. Oh, wow.
Further off. Thanks for that coverage, Dan.
I love you, Dan. Okay.
Just pump the double in. Probably not.
Well, he's on it naturally.
Yeah.
Tucker, come on, mate.
But I don't think he can. He can't really hide.
Do you just play the double slowly and get on the ball over the hole?
I think you have to prioritise the pot. So regardless of where you put the white, you need to focus on potting it. Because if you try to do anything with the white, it makes the pot slightly harder. So you have to decide how to play it.
Looks like he's loading up a little bit.
And look at how he's played it. He's just you have to be fully confident with those shots. Otherwise, just things go wrong really easily with doubles.
Having a burping fit over here.
Same.
Great shot.
Great shot, Tucker.
It's not the beer.
That was your call.
So with Jaden's frame, do you take the ball over the hole first or the other one?
I take the other one. I take the bottom left one every day. I don't know where the white's going though. So this is another shot where you have to decide what you're going to do.
Yeah, I'd be playing that yellow that he's not playing now. Screwing back with the red. See what?
Yeah, even if he hit it how he wanted to, the white still travels that direction anyway.
I don't understand that shot at all. Because with that ball on the left-hand side, if you just pot it, if you don't get on that ball over the hole, then you're pretty stiff. But you're going to screw back off that red.
Yeah, I even think he could have played the bottom left ball with top.
Yeah,
come
and
off
come off a couple of rails. Yeah.
But that's okay. This is like a momentum pot here. I think he smashes it in.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
Let's go, Burge. Come on, Chalker. Come on, mate.
If that goes somewhere else, then it's okay, but Verge should be good. So Tuckerbolt.
Yes, Mike.
Hey,
So Tuckerbolt's in a
we've
similar
got a
situation.
featured Jimbo here.
Like triples.
Sullivan shot.
Come on, Burge.
Yeah.
So Tuckerbolt has had a half shot to nothing, I guess, because the red that's at the extreme bottom of the table, bottom left, doesn't. I think it goes in the middle near the black.
Yeah, that's about it though.
But you have to do something good.
Verge is going the wrong ball, isn't he?
No,
Josh,
yeah.
mate.
You like that one?
Yeah. I don't like the way he played it because now he's a bit too straight.
Playing that ball though, that he played, where are you playing position for?
Well, I would have thought you'd play on the bottom right ball and then you'd float that in to get onto the ball in the middle. But he's kind of got a free shot here. He can play the ball on the left side of the table as kind of a half shot to nothing.
A lot of times pressure can make your decision making
Yeah, absolutely.
alter quite a bit.
Yeah. That's fine.
Shine. Come on, mate. Come on.
Come on.
Sweet, just pots his screws back 3 inches and he's home and hosed.
Yeah.
So with Riley's frame, Riley hasn't played much at all over the last couple of years. So it's going to be interesting to see how he goes. It's probably 50-50 for this. But he's played it well.
It's a good shot, actually.
Yeah.
Good
He's
angle.
gonna try to get on his hardball now. Well, maybe.
Do you come and play it in the? Do you come off the rail and play it in the right middle, the yellow that's tough, the red that's tough? Do you play position for that, or?
If he can get there, but I don't think he can get there.
Great shot, Berg.
Good shot
Come
from
on,
Berg.
mate.
I think he has to get on the ball near the flag, if he can.
Nah, he's sprayed.
All right, T-Box. Come on, mate. Come on.
Because that was probably the best he was going to get with that ball. I don't know if it went in the bottom right middle.
Well, should be 5-1, shouldn't it?
Yeah. At the moment, Chalkers are just playing just janitor.
They're just
really
mopping up
Yeah.
bridges.
Yeah, and it's got to be very early warning signs for the Bridge. They have to either tighten up their game and force tactical battles or make those outs. And they probably have to be about twice as loud as what they have been. They have like this.
The momentum's all on the red side at the moment.
Yeah.
So you need to find something.
Yeah.
And that comes from your captain. Just sort of.
Yeah. And with the winners in the past, they yell.
Yeah.
Like Empire Hotel, they had very solid players, and their opposition have had stronger players, but just the team feeling that they had, because they just yelled a lot, gets you through because it makes you want to play for your team.
Stun go to Vegas here for T-Box.
Alex Higgins movement here. He loves the old Higgins.
Look at that forearm. Tucker box, protein.
He slithers around the table, T-Box.
Tucker box, man. He's been around for a long time.
Well done, T-Box. Come on.
Tucker's really experienced.
Tucker's solid.
I think Tucker box has been the same weight for as long as I've known him. Apparently, he's been trying different diets, like even like 4 scoops of protein, but he just can't bulk up at all. I don't know if he's actually aged in the time that I've known him.
I swear, yeah.
He might be a Highlander.
Have you noticed how many rangers are on the Chalkers red side?
No, not at all. Why are they not wearing face paint?
The orange heads. Yes. Dan, do
Here's
you
one
want
now.
beer?
Come on, Tommy.
But yeah, 5-1.
2.
This next round is crucial.
Well, my little prediction at the start has kind of played a factor, and I'll elaborate on that.
What do you mean? Interesting.
What I'm trying to say is, like Chalkers red, they've got James, Sarwan, and T-Box, and then you've got Gazmic, Shane Birch. Okay, so you've got Sarwan and James Della that are coming in, like sort of helping the team in a way.
So where's James and Sarvan? Where are they in the? What you mean in where they are in the lineup?
Yeah. So basically, cut a long story short, my point is that they've just got so much more firepower, but I feel that the Bridge have like a lot more. I think the Bridge have a better side depth-wise, but the firepower on the red side is is just going to make up for if the chalk is red. Like some of the guys that are down lower, they have mishaps. They're going to get backed up from like you guys like James Deller and Sarwan and T-Box.
Well, these tables are very conducive to aggressiveness.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And you can't give a side that will probably go game more often than not, like that have more aggressive games. You can't give them mop-up opportunities.
Yeah. Like here with Tommy, he's got to make sure that he gets himself into such a good opportunity to win this frame. Like he can run out here, but
I don't think
don't
Tommy
be
should.
loose.
I don't think Tommy should even bother to go game. I mean, he probably has to from where he is, but I think sometimes you just have to force tactical battles.
Good shot, Tommy.
You do.
It's a good
Just to
shot.
try to change the vibe up.
Yeah, I mean, he's got, what has he got here? He can cut a ball to the corner. And if he gets it and he gets good on the yellow, he can probably go game. But I don't know if he can, is the yellow near the red on anywhere?
I think it goes in the bottom right.
And that's like, you'd want ball in hand to get on that ball. This needs to bounce.
It's actually okay shot.
Yeah, so now you're rolling this red in. Anything can happen with the white. You're still probably going to lose it.
Do you play it a little bit harder and try to cannon into the red next to the yellow that's sort of dead?
It's probably worthwhile because you're going to get a better white if you miss. But I guess that's actually a really good shot.
Okay, maybe
This yellow,
off the
maybe it does go in. It's tough. I think you need to run it into the red. So if that's the case, you have to bag up somehow.
Yeah.
Come on, mate. Come on.
I think have a
Force the
dip
issue.
off the red, but then just leave it over the hole, and the white's going to be okay anyway.
Yeah. And you can play the bottom ball with a ton of right, and play it like in or over pace. Like if you play that shot with heaps of right, and try to run into the red.
Yeah.
Come on, Chalkers.
I mean, you've given complete control over to Gaz. Obviously, he just plays the top red. Bumps the white up to the middle of the table, leaves not a total to then make it difficult because you're not slow rolling the red. You're not going to be slow rolling the white through the gap.
Thanks, man.
And then that basically gives you complete control of the game. Thanks, man.
Cheers, brah.
Cheers. Mike's played a really good shot.
Shot from Iceman.
Come on, Tommy.
I feel when Iceman's playing, I don't feel that he's ever going to really make a mistake when he's at the table.
Nah.
He's just so rock solid.
He is. He has to play his hard ball.
Gives 100% care to every single shot.
Yeah.
And he loves it. He loves still winning. He's a competitor. He just loves playing.
Good shot, Tommy.
Shot by Alec. Hopefully he has an angle on this ball and bulk.
Spewing.
Dave Ewing's just come over to Mikey, our co-captain, and said, "You got to want it." And now he's laughing.
Gotta want it.
Go on, buddy.
I think he means you got to want to commentate, which Dave will probably be jumping in at some stage.
He's definitely jumping in.
While I go over to Chalkers, and you do. I mean, Dave's a great person. He's also a state team representative.
He is.
He's going away with us to the land of Malcolm Turnbull. We're going to go over there and talk about negative gearing effects on the economy.
Oh my god.
What? Yeah, I don't even know what that means, but I've heard the term.
Ooh,
So now this is okay.
You just go off the side rail.
Yeah, you're going to pump this in the bottom right, but you have to be confident about this shot, because otherwise you lose that white. And he's going to be fine. And look at that. Like, Alec is one of
Do you
the...
take it up the top, or do you put it in the middle?
Come on, Red.
I think so.
I think again, I think as long as you're decisive, the pockets are really big.
Yeah, it's not a scary shot playing up top.
Yeah, you have to watch out. The white doesn't go past the red. That's fine.
So
I meant past the red on the other side, but this is good.
we're going to be 5 Iceman at the moment.
And Alec needs to make some noise after potting the black. He has to fire up his team.
I know.
And this is, it's all and good to pot that after recovering, but you have to demonstrate, like you have to present yourself. I forget what the word is, but you gotta
Lead by
make an
example.
appearance.
Yeah, he's leading
You gotta-
by example with his
potting,
playing.
but you have to like, if I won that, if I was in Alex's shoes and I was playing, I would have potted that black, and like I would shake the guy's hand and then just yell at him, yeah, come on the bridge.
Yeah.
You have to let everyone know that you're there to win. Because that hasn't had any effect on Chalkers at all. Gary's going to go through this, pot the balls, regardless of whether he wins or loses. The team's going to feel exactly the same way.
But Chalkers know that they know what they're going to get out of Iceman. They know Iceman's going to win the majority of his games.
Of course, but
so they're not threatened by that. But like you said,
they are.
will be.
It's in the like the manner of what you do afterwards, and that it's so important in these, especially in finals. It's a battle of wills. I mean, I like making a lot of noise in these sorts of things, and I'll scream my head off. But obviously, you won't do it when your opponent is lining up a shot on the other table. You'd wait for them, and then you go, come on, you know, come on, guys, fire up. This is our last chance to like play in this league. This is what both teams basically have prepared for all season.
Exactly. Played pretty much a season that's taken a year.
Yeah.
So it's a big deal.
Yeah. You can beat your boots at. If Empire Hotel were in the final, they would. Like, I don't think they're actually in the season, but had they been in this, they would have done a lot more.
Empire Hotel, yeah.
Yeah, like the Andreski boys,
They love the team atmosphere.
absolutely, yeah. Simon's played a really good shot there.
Someone's out here.
Yeah.
You leave that one to the bottom left for your last ball.
Yeah. See, this is what you need to hear. You need to do that after you win as well.
Yeah.
So Simon's got to. This shot is crucial now because the next shot he plays will have to. It sets up the next 3 shots. So if he takes the ball in the middle, it is a little bit straight. Whoops. Tommy has to nail this, and Simon has to play a good shot here.
Now you come over for the.
Yeah.
You have to change your plan and use the other yellow to.
Well, you can play the ball on roughly the black spot to just roll it in, and then the white's going to go up towards the middle of the table. This might go in the corner actually. Oh.
Good shot from Tom.
Yeah, a bit stiff for the white to have landed there, but Gaz's. He's only got one shot he has to play really. Just cut the red in.
Just chop it in.
Yeah. There can't be much thought in this. You have to basically just line up, pot the red, and just pretend you're playing for a spot on the table.
Yes, mate, come
Good
on.
shot from Knackers.
It's a good shot from
Back in
Simon.
shape.
Yeah.
Just drift over to the ball on the left hand side and
Yeah.
stun back a little bit.
You have a tendency to undercut these though. So hopefully he doesn't do that. So White's going to go towards the middle, but I don't think he's going to go enough. But he has to make sure he's not hampered next shot. All of the viewers.
Oh, he's jagged it.
Oh, he's jagged, wow.
Great hit, Sarvan.
So
Come
now
on, mate.
Sarvan's slightly hampered here, but couldn't really do much else. You'd rather focus on the pot on the second to last yellow. Luckily Sarvan can just roll this in and still have a decent shot, but he'd rather be off the rail for the black.
Yeah, it's a little bit tricky for someone now. He's going to leave a tougher black.
Yeah.
Come on.
So another pressure tester, but I mean they're 5-2 up. But you want to get this in to keep the pressure on your opponent.
Got it. Bloody hell, that just scraped in.
Yeah.
Jokers seem like they're going to run away with it.
He tried to double it, yes. I want to see the girls have a go at racking the balls up.
Not bad, eh, Ross? Chicks.
What?
Not bad, the chicks.
I'm not saying anything.
Special shout out to our umpires.
Yeah.
Chris Hazel.
Chris Hazel and
One
Dave
of the,
D'Amico.
and who? Dave D'Amico.
Dave D'Amico. Chris Hazel, he's a good guy.
He loves it.
He does.
He loves his light beers and he just loves the game.
He loves the game.
He
He's
thrives
almost
off the
jacked
stuff.
it. See, this is, and now you need a scream. You scream, build up the hype. Tom smashes this black in. He probably rolls it in because of the middle pocket.
Come on, Jimmy. Come on.
Pot it with a little
This
bit of
must
stun
go
back.
in. This must go in.
Hit it with confidence with a little bit
Sure.
of screw back.
I don't like how he's playing it. Actually, that's, yeah, see? This is what we want. And
Here we
Tom
go.
needs to give real convincing high fives. Yeah, that's the spirit.
Jimmy Della's going to go out in about 3
Yeah.
seconds.
And James will do it. And James is really good in that he loves responding to that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So if James pots out here, I wouldn't be surprised if he pots out, shakes the guy's hand, and then yells out "Come on the Reds," because he will do that. He loves the challenge.
Yeah.
So again, this is a Super League Grand Final at Empire Pool Down. So if you're watching from Adelaide, the atmosphere is only going to get better and better. So if you want to come down, there's happy hour prices and probably about 100 people here. So it's a pretty good environment, and the tables are playing very well in terms of just breaking up really openly and stuff. So the pool's going to be quite attacking.
Yeah.
And it's going to be good, just a good environment. So jump on Facebook, spread the word. It's being on CueballTV, as you're well aware. So just spread the word that it's around. Just tuck a box with the break and then swing the cue to the left. Yeah, Phil Riley's also really experienced in knowing that it's all about the team momentum. Yeah. So like Riley, as the day goes on, Riley will be louder and louder, and you can hear him now, like consecutive terms, like consecutive shots. Like Riley will just get louder and louder, and his cheering's also like it feels friendly.
Yeah. Here we go, Jimbo Georgiadis here has got a huge opportunity.
He does.
To get some momentum back on the bridge side,
Yeah.
knocking off James Della, their best player.
Yes.
He needs to make sure of this.
Yeah, he does. So this shot here, he needs to probably try to screw into one of those two reds on the left side of the table.
Yeah.
Because that's the tricky part of this frame. He's also got a problem down the bottom side of the table, on the bottom rail, which if the rest goes well, he can deal with that. But now he can just play a cannon, try to get both balls down there. The top yellow is probably going to get stuck near that red. But that's okay.
He's still got a tricky yellow down the bottom there.
Yeah, he
Next
does.
to the
And now
red.
he has to probably take about 40 more seconds on this shot to really figure out how he's going to go game. So he's got the ball in the middle, in the right middle, and then he can screw down for the bottom for the yellow bottom left. But then he has to. pretty difficult actually. What he's left
Do
with.
you screw this yellow in the middle and cannon into the red with the white, and then get yourself on that, on the yellow, on the rail? Down the
Probably,
bottom?
yeah.
Just need to make sure you don't land too straight, so you do have a little bit of angle to work with.
Yeah.
It's tough though when so many factors in one shot. A lot can go wrong.
Yeah. I'm not sure what Mick Hill would do, but this, if he just rolls this in, I guess, and leaves gives a tough white. That's not bad.
I don't mind that.
Yeah. But still, all you have to do if you're in James's position is get the white down to the back of the table.
I need to go to the bathroom. I will be back shortly.
Mikey's putting on some face paint. But the question is, how does James get to the bulk end of the table? I'm not sure if that's possible. So James might decide to look at where he can put the white. At the moment, he's probably killing the yellow above this red. He's just pushed through it and he's gotten down there. So that's actually a pretty good shot. Might be a little unlucky to leave James on the bottom yellow on the left, but I keep forgetting that you can play push shots in this game. So all James has to do is just roll this ball down on the left, the last one. And that's really all you have to do. Now James has to play another good shot against the nap of the table. So I assume he'll try to cut the red down to the top right of the table and play with like a lot of left-hand side. At the moment, Jaden's probably potting this yellow in the middle, in the corner, just like that. I'm not sure how confident he'll be at this yellow down in the top left pocket, but the tables are really at buckets. Yeah, I like the way James has played that. It's probably the more confident shot. You don't allow for any roll at all. But Jaden is probably just going to roll this in at a confident pace where it gives himself the most chance of potting the yellow.
Yes, mate.
Shot, Jimmy. Shot, Jimmy. Come on, mate.
So Jaden's actually given himself a chance at this. I'd probably expect him to pot it, maybe 60-40. And he's hit it like a drop his handbag. So all of a sudden, Chalkers Red are in control again. And you just feel that these two frames have been so crucial and both lost by the bridge. But the one on the right's not over yet. But yeah, this red's also slightly tricky. You have to do something with the white here. And that's done well. James has actually gone game from a fluke.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he doubled. He tried to double a tough ball and ended up Marcus doubling it. See that? You hear James? He knows that you have to be present.
Yeah. Let them know you're here.
Yeah, and Jaden will have to do the same. You can bet your boots that if Jaden pots his ball, Riley will yell, and as a result, the rest of the team will yell.
Not really a straight off the cush sort of shot here. He might need a little bit of side somewhere.
Yeah, and because he needs side, he really has to go to the other side of the table to see what's going on. He might be okay. Actually, I can see it. No, he's fine. He needs to go in. Yeah, look at that. Jaden knows.
Big shot from Jados.
And it's things like that which will keep Empire Bridge in this. They just need to win 2 games in a row.
I love seeing that from Jados.
Oh yeah, and seeing that means he's going to fire up in the Nationals.
G for D. G for D? Yep.
It's debuting.
He can take
Walking around to commentary.
We need to wait till this frame's finished.
I think it works.
Well, we got 8 players, so it's hard to know what I'm going to do until I've seen what's happened.
Mikey's leaving commentary. He's had enough of this. There's Alec.
You're allowed to wait.
You're good.
G'day guys. Dave Viewing here. Pleasure
Dave
to be
Ewing.
here.
Who are you?
Who am I not?
Who aren't you not?
It's a good couple of frames for Empire to get back in the match. It's been,
Yeah, it feels like it's. I think it's so far it's 3-2 in this round, or what is it? Yeah, it's 3-2 this round to Empire. But you feel like it's been like even though it's 3-2 to Empire, which does have an effect. I think the vocals are kind of more favouring the Bridge at the moment.
yeah, definitely a bit home team advantage down here.
Yeah,
But,
and so the Bridge have to probably win these 2 games. It's going to create a bigger momentum swing.
Yeah, in this situation, especially with Chalkers getting such a big start, you just got to put some scoreboard pressure on them. Otherwise, because at the moment,
Scoreboard and vocals, really.
I mean, both teams haven't played overly well, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's been a little bit of nerves early on for both teams, so
Yeah.
now that those nerves are started to subside, the longer the match goes, you'll start seeing hopefully some good quality balls.
Yeah. And at the moment, there was nothing from the rest of the Bridge team to say, good break, Riley. You know, come on, mate.
Yeah, it's been surprisingly
there's nothing
subdued
of
actually
that.
from both sides.
Yeah, but Riley's trying, and James has realised that Riley is trying. So James fired up. Then Jaden realised what was going on, won his game, and he's given a yell. So I'd love to see both sides actually getting more involved in the middle of the match. So Riley's going to have to figure out a way to take control.
Well, it really depends if the yellows, if those two reds at the bottom plant.
Yeah.
He doesn't. I don't think he's got a starter on yellows unless he's just going to be playing this up top and playing safe.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
a brilliant
wow.
shot.
He is in a spot of trouble here. I mean, he has that. He's got that yellow there with no soldiers nearby, and the only soldier nearby he's going to have to play now.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if he can go off the side rail, pop the yellow in the middle. I could just cut it in the corner. I mean, that might be.
is he just chipping off this? What's he doing? Oh,
He's
so
trying to pot it.
trying to cut it in. Just keep it going on.
So the Verge, at first glance, I don't know if he can just go off the side rail with like heaps of sight, just run into the 2 reds and cause him issues.
Would you be skinning off the red, or would you be playing the red? Would you be playing the red into the 2 yellows and then try and get the? Try and play the red and then play it into the 2 reds at the bottom of the table and try and get the white in the back cushion.
No, I think you probably, if you're taking this on, you're just better just going for the pot.
Right.
I was talking like just going off the side rail completely, or just missing the right jaws of the middle pocket, and just going off a lot of side to try to break the 2 problem balls out.
Right.
So at the moment, Riley's got a problem ball in the middle of a table. He's probably going to knock it out now, unless he takes on a pot.
Yeah, I do like the chip off here. Chip off here. You try and leave it in the back top third of the camera view.
Yeah.
Try and leave him off the ball. Leave him off the reds to the bottom right corner as much as possible. So you don't want to leave it near the middle pocket. Probably about a good 6 to 12 inches across. On the
Looks
back
like he's
cushion.
cutting a ball in. I mean, this is okay. If you pop the ball in the left middle, see where he puts the white.
He's taking the aggressive option.
I'm not sure why he played out at that pace.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what
it's-
his game plan was.
Yeah, you feel like he could have played that a bit slower and then could play for an area of 3, really.
Yeah,
It was just a bit of rush of blood, bit of nerves at the time.
yeah,
He hasn't been playing, I know he hasn't been playing a lot of 2-shot for quite a while, but
yeah.
they call him computer for a reason.
Yeah.
So you thinking he's gonna play this? Is he gonna be running through to the reds? If he runs through the reds, he might leave himself angled to play the next yellow in the middle and try and make a little extraction. I think he just wants to try and play the ball, but then just try and hit the red that's next to the yellow. If he hits that, then he'll open up the yellow in the bottom right corner.
Yeah.
But this is really a key shot right now. he doesn't want to be leaving that bottom ball till last. Wants to have options on the table.
Might be a Riley special here.
Come on, Birch. Come on, Birch.
So I like him missing because it gives him more options.
Yeah, he was kind of having a dip where he really didn't want to be.
Yeah.
Right there. But he has quite a decent result here.
Yeah. I mean, he might be in a spot of bother next turn, but
Yeah. It's hard to see if he can just snick off this really thin or if it's...
yeah. While Verge has the 2 balls tied up down the bottom, Riley's got a little bit of hope.
Well, that's a bad shot.
Yeah. Now Riley can get a lot of control in this frame.
Absolutely. These pockets, and especially playing at the table as quick as they are, they're actually quite difficult to really properly get good coverage.
Yeah. But I think you don't even try to cover the pocket. You overcut the yellow and just put the yellow on the bottom rail.
Just cover the runes.
Yeah. And
It's pacey.
that's what he's done.
No, he's hit too fast.
Come on, Birch.
Too hard.
Come on, Birch.
It's always a problem.
Come on, Birch.
Well, he
Depending
actually...
on the angle, Verge might be able to smash the red in if he wanted to.
Do you
But
reckon
he
there's-
might just try to cover the pocket.
Do you reckon there's a 3-ball plant there? Do you reckon those 2 reds plant off the yellow? It's got to be
Maybe.
pretty close.
Actually, I think it's hitting the yellow too full.
Right.
He's not lining it up.
That will do for now. I mean, Phil's going nowhere at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, at the moment, Shane, he can just exert more and more control over the game.
Phil, you mean?
Shane. I mean,
Oh, Shane. Oh, yeah, sorry.
and,
Shane's
like,
on.
Riley has to play good shots. Like Riley had to do that. Regardless of whether the red goes in or not, Verge can then do something else. Whereas now Verge has got...
There was an option that Phil could have considered was the 2 yellows that were up near the top of the table to actually face cut long double ball down and get a little bit more coverage, and also leave the white on the back cushion as well, just to at least bring some create some traffic for Phil. But
Looks like he's trying to hot the red bottom left corner, break balls out.
well, this is really thin. I mean, he's going to be losing the white here.
He's going to lose the white straight into the red, so that's not too bad.
We'll see.
And he's been very unlucky.
Well, you think now he's just got to chip these out. Chip these out, come out to the blue spot, mop up the 2 at the top.
Yeah, I think so. He does have the problem of the yellow and the red near the black spot. I'd rather get on it earlier than later.
Yeah, right.
Because there's so many yellows around it. Wouldn't be surprised if he plays this and gets onto that red in the middle of the table.
This is just all about speed control. Ooh. Oh wow. It's fine. I think
And
he's
that
still
happens.
okay. I think he's still on the ball over the hole.
Yeah, I think so. But that happens so often where you're trying to just waste one. You don't think about, like, you don't prioritise which ball you want to control. And more often than not, like, you either have to take more control of the white ball or the ball over, like, in the cannon. You have to decide which ball you're actually going to make sure of. I think that in that situation you choose the white every day. Even if the red goes onto a rail, you've got 5 reds to pot. But that was a good shot. I don't know if Riley can pot this.
I reckon.
this
I
round.
reckon the middle of the yellows up the top. I reckon that goes in the top left corner.
Probably does, and if that does, then
That was a bit of a careless shot then by Shane.
Yeah.
If that was the case.
Riley might have a half shot to nothing if he rolls this in. But
Is he
it
doing?
looks like he's potting the yellow.
Is that yellow go up the top, or is
Yeah.
he just?
Must do.
This is a big shot for the frame. Be a frame-winning shot right now. No, he's just trying to put the yellow. He's just trying to put the red over on the cushion.
Come on, Birch.
It's worked out pretty well.
Yeah, he's got a great result at the top.
Yeah. And now Riley has some control.
That's okay. Come on.
If Verge is potting out, the red that's right on the bulk line only goes in the middle or the corner, so he has to use the 3 reds at the bottom of the table to get on to one of those balls perfectly. I'm not sure if that's going to be possible.
Do you think he can play it off the yellow, or is it a bit too thin?
I think it's too thin.
Right. Well, ideally, right now, I'll be taking the ball on the left-hand side. I'll play the plant and leave a ball over the hole. then try and get up.
Shot bench. Come on, mate.
Then try and get up the top, because ideally you want to be playing the red that doesn't go up the top right corner in the middle.
Yeah.
And it's just be the transition now that he's going to have from that ball to the ball that's on the left-hand side is going to be very difficult, which is why I probably would have preferred to leave a ball over the over there.
Like with the shot I just played there, I'd rather double the ball on the left side of the table back into bolt and put the white where he's left it anyway. Give Riley nothing, and you also put a red up to the top of the table to at least do something.
Yeah.
Now Riley can.
I felt like if
It's still interesting. I mean, depends what Riley plays here. I think he's going to play one of the two yellows in bulk.
he might be able to run behind the yellows and the reds up in the top right corner too. The line doesn't look so bad, but he's got to be careful he doesn't leave him on his problem ball here. He's going to be running pretty close to there.
Yeah. He's left him on it.
Come on,
Oh
bench.
wow, he's
Come
left
on,
the
mate.
corner. That's a poor shot, I feel.
Yeah.
See, if Virgin is
Dave and Dave commentary.
the last shot that Virgin played when he put the ball over the hole, I wasn't a huge fan because you're giving Phil like a reasonable chance to try and do something. I would have rather popped that ball and then put the ball up in the top right over the pocket, and then leave him off the two balls on the left hand side and just say, all right, well now you have complete control of the frame.
Yeah.
Like, he was
This
just.
is a bit soft.
Get in. Shot bench. Come on.
Well, he's got a tough link up now. He's got to play a good positional shot here. If he's straight enough, I think he can top through. He looks like he can. Top through anything like 2 inches to the right of the yellow is ideal. Even if he's on the rail, he's still okay. We just have a longer. We just leave himself a longer shot on his last remaining red. This requires good
When you
cueing.
just try to just pot this red and screw back to the blue spot, if you hit the black, you've got options, but at least you get the white in an area where you have access to two balls.
The only reason why I didn't like that shot is just because you had to deal with traffic, and especially over that kind of distance, it's very hard to get the speed right. But like you were saying, like you have an option for both shots at the same time.
Yeah.
Myself personally, if it was reasonably straight, I would just back my cueing to have straight cueing and get back up table.
True.
Knowing that the ball on the left is always going to be a good link. Like I can just roll that in to have a shot at the black.
Yeah.
This way, like you're always going to have to play a few execution type shots. Well, he's in a spot of bother here. He needs to come up with a really good safety. And this is not an easy one to get a snooker from too. Only one I can think of is he can leave it on the very right-hand side rail, then he'll.
I think he's just running into it. Scroll back.
No. Well, he's just. I'm not sure what he's done there, or what he's tried to play there.
It's not bad.
Well, he's giving Phil a free shot here.
Yeah.
There's no danger whatsoever of playing this ball. It all just depends on whether he can roll this in and still be on the ball over the hole on the right hand side, or he might just choose to like just run through a bit more and then play the yellow in the middle pocket.
Or he'll just bag up.
Can just bag up too.
If it goes in, I think he's fine.
Is he on that?
Yeah, he's fine.
But you can see even there, he hit that ball quite thick actually, but still
Yeah.
quite comfortably.
Wow.
It's a cracking shot.
Not sure if he meant to do that. That was such a thin cut to triple back onto that ball. But he's on and he's probably out.
It's finished perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just thinking maybe he's just slightly the wrong way. He needs to cue this sweetly.
There's going to be some.
He is a bit short there.
There'll be at least some vocals from Riley. But Alec needs to get involved here.
These are definitely the kind of shots that you can decel on if you're if your mind isn't clear over the shot.
Yeah, which he hasn't had much practice.
Oh no, he was a lot straighter than I thought. Oh, this is a huge swing this frame because
Yeah.
Verge had complete control of
He
it.
did,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, this is be huge for Bridge. Big difference between 7.5 and 8.3 and 8.4. He's missed it. Wow. Can you believe it?
Come on, mate.
It's all happening at the G.
Yeah. Like I was saying to Mikey earlier, I was saying to someone that if it's messy, I actually see Bridge getting up eventually. But if all the potting is clean, I would see Reds just winning regardless of who was in front at the start. But
Agreed.
because it's messy, I think Bridge can turn it around eventually.
They do have a lot of very smart players on their team.
Yeah.
Play tactical frames.
Yeah.
So what are you doing here, Dave? This is difficult because I think the black goes up in the top right, but I think you still have to just
I think
chip
you
off
just
this.
have to make sure of the white.
Yeah.
Regardless of where the red goes, you can't control both balls. You have to try to play a shot which gives you a good chance of getting another one. And that's fine.
He's played that very well. Oh,
You
watch
might be
out,
unlucky
watch
if this
out, watch
happens.
out,
But
watch out. Oh my
that's
god.
so unlucky, but you have to play that. I mean,
That's-
you could try to play a shot where you just slow half ball off the red in the bulk and then try to just bring the white over, but then you bring the table into play.
You deserve better there, Shane. It was a great shot.
Yeah.
Beautiful control.
And that was weird.
Oh my god.
What the hell?
Are you serious?
Just run it in.
Why did he stun it?
I
Did
don't
he
know.
play down on that white, did he? A
Yeah.
little bit?
Yeah, he
I
did.
don't understand. It's just a natural... Wow. Well,
Yeah.
that was definitely a very interesting frame to commentate on.
Yeah, it was. Anyway, we'll be back in a bit. Dave might stay on, but
You're leaving me, are you?
I need to be right back.
H for E. H is in for E. Yep.
I'll get you one. Okay, give me a pony.
Come, boys. Steve. Gaz and Mick. It's right.
Oh, special guest. Good mate, yourself?
Hello, Mr. Ewing. How you going, mate?
Good buddy, yourself?
Yeah, good, mate.
How's it feeling out there? We have James Georgiadis who's decided to grace us with his presence from Empire Bridge.
Yeah.
How you feeling out there, mate?
Yeah, I'm doing a bit of beans, but it's all right.
It's alright, mate. Just keep focused, keep ready.
Yeah, it's awesome, though. Awesome atmosphere, heaps of people around.
That was a really big frame for you guys.
I know, that would have been
was-
awesome.
that-
7-5.
Yeah, that was a strange shot though, I feel. I'm not sure why he played low on the white.
Yeah. He's just not playing much anymore, the old
Yeah.
Phil, you know.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Probably the last time he would have played would have been months ago, if you're lucky. You know, family life, working.
Of course.
Not the old same Phil Riley that everyone used to know. You know, everyone was scared of.
Yep.
But he's that's all right. We'll work it out. We'll see what happens. We've got to keep in the game.
Yeah, you guys need a good start this round.
Yeah.
Get some scoreboard pressure on.
That's right. How good's this? How good's this? You've got the stats here and everything. How good's Lynchy?
Dan is the man.
What a bloke. Flies all the way to Melbourne just for this awesome Super League Grand Final.
Oh, he did fly to Adelaide, not Melbourne.
Yeah, from Adelaide. Sorry, I'm a bit hungover still from last night, so. few too many wines.
Why were you in Perth last night or something?
Yeah, I was, yeah. Yeah, I came from Perth this morning.
Hangover Australian style.
That's right, yeah.
All right, so we have. What's going on over here? So it looks like. That looks like Sean Salmon.
Yeah, Sean
Salmon's now playing Alec, the fast one, and we have Mick Delahanty, the big red himself, playing against the Llama.
Oh my god, look at the shiny head. Look at the head.
I think you polished that head this morning.
Oh, no control on that break though. Screwed it back.
Is this Jimmy Georgiadis commentating on two shot?
Correct. I know the shots, mate, so don't worry about me.
Looking at the table, it really just comes down to whether that red passes in the middle. If not, then yellows are the go.
Yeah.
But actually, I would still be taking.
I think you got to get yellows,
Oh
don't
yeah,
you?
you still got yellows anyway. Yeah.
Oh my god. Hey, buddy.
The Rick Dog.
We have the
I've
most
seen
sexiest
Ricky.
man in the room at the moment, Ricky Emery himself.
I reckon
So-
I've never seen Ricky in Emporium more this year than I have in any year that I've ever known this guy.
It's unbelievable, eh?
He's even when he comes in, it's like he even comes in and doesn't even play pool. He just comes in.
And you would not believe how many girls are trying to find this guy right now. You know, it's like, oh, that's what he came in for. The models there. I thought so. Yeah. Literally, we had about 10 girls in here before. Now there's about 40. Just rocked up just because Ricky Emery's in the house.
So Sean does have options here. I'm not sure whether he can pot that yellow next to the red on the left-hand side clean, or he doesn't have an option here to either play the yellow off the red or off the yellow to open everything up. If he plays it off the yellow half ball, I mean, it's hard to see how it can really go wrong.
Or would you just play it clean?
It just honestly, if the ball in the middle goes clean, then I would just be playing just for that. I mean, you can even use that as a finishing ball.
Yeah.
Where the black is too. It just really depends how he chooses to map it. This is just personal preference now, how he wants to go about this.
Can take it now.
He's great now, yeah.
Get rid of it now, yeah?
Yeah.
And looks like Mick's going game over here on the left.
Yeah, Mick just played a nice control shot. Just wants one good positional shot here. Wants to be playing for the middle ball, wants to be playing low. Possibly even play into the red.
Ooh, he tried to kiss the red, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was really necessary, especially at that speed.
Oh. I'm getting messages to go back and concentrate now, so I should probably...
Well, thank you for gracing us with your presence.
Yeah. Apparently there's a comp on today, is there? I'll pass you back to the rough.
So
and you guys should look at his face as well. It's beautiful. He's got the black and red going on for chalkers. You know, he's a looker.
Cheers, buddy. Alright, we have beverages. Excellent. So make half ball cut. We'll need to give this a bit of hold for the wire. Oh, he's missed. Has he got it? Oh, it's a great shot. He's controlled that beautifully. Oh, wow, this is two very important frames that are going to go Chalker's way, and they're going to be tough to beat going 10-4 up.
Yes, Big. Come on, the Reds. Come on, the Reds. Come on, Tucker Box.
The big red getting the job done.
Come on.
And Mick has been really good in finals.
He's looked very composed, very rock solid.
Yeah.
Considering he hasn't really played much this year as well. Maybe in a way that could be a good thing.
Yeah, well he had a
mind fresh.
Had a knee operation, knee replacement.
Yeah.
Come on, mate. Come on.
So Sean has to be a little bit careful here. This can go awry because you can easily stun into the black, or you try to play a little bit aside and get cute and hit the yellow full. He has to just bring the white out to the middle of the table, and he's just screwed back. That's probably fine. Didn't realise he could do that. And do I have 2 beers?
Yes, you do.
Is that?
You are an alcoholic.
Was that from Mikey?
Oh, that is a huge frame.
Yeah,
that's a huge frame for Chalks to get. Alec has easily been playing the best out of both teams, and to take advantage of the white potted off the break is a huge win for Chalkers, psychologically too.
It's a huge win, but I still think it's no harm done in terms of the team. Like the frame that Briley played obviously is way bigger than that because everyone had chances. And, but those things can be turning points. I see if the Bridge win these 2 frames, I see the match still being in the balance. But Roland has to respond here.
Yeah, well, it's got to be reds here, you would think. It all comes down to these 2 balls on the right-hand side. Whether the high one goes, it doesn't look like it.
I think the high one goes.
You do think it goes?
Yeah.
Well, if it goes, then as long as he finishes a little bit higher, then he can just roll through and kick out the yellow.
If he plays the bottom one, he can run into the yellow that's blocking the red.
Oh, wow. That's just a lack of concentration.
Yeah. Now Jason can just block the pocket here.
Yeah,
take control.
Or do you think he plays straight on the yellow up the top and then tries to mop up these 2 and maybe consider going game, or you think you just get control right now where you can?
I think you're better off just getting control. If you need to, put the one on the bottom left first to give yourself a better angle. Better angle on this, but if you play this, the white goes on the back rail, leaves your opponent nothing.
Just hit the cover off it.
That's fine. It means that you can't pot the yellow anymore. But
yeah, you can see he just wanted to make sure that he left him off the ball in the middle there. That's why he played it the way he did. Instead of trying to cover the hole, he doesn't want to give him a starter.
Yeah, of course.
Thinking a back double here?
Well, I don't think he can get it. I mean, depending on what mood I'm in, I've got three reds which are dead, and I'd almost be inclined to just just hit the white into the first red and try to just knock everything out, screw back a little bit.
Yeah,
and just put the white on the back rail.
The only reason why I don't like that option is because firstly you're opening up his yellows.
You're opening up his yellows, but it forces Jason to do something.
True.
But then again, I can get impatient. Jason does have 2 dead balls at the top, well, quote unquote dead. You have to get good on them. But these tables are buckets.
He's asked some questions.
Yeah.
I think you see Jace chip off here. I think he has got quite a difficult starter. He doesn't want to be taking that one that's mid-table up into either corner, just because it's a low percentage shot considering where all the reds are. I think he's just going to have to chip off this ball and just wait for a better opportunity next visit.
Yeah, or at least hope for one. But now you have to decide where you want to put the white, because it's pretty dangerous at the moment.
I think you'd just be sneaking off this thin and trying to leave in the jaws.
Well, I would seriously... that's not bad. It's actually really well played, but it's probably going to be in a lot of trouble next shot. I was considering like just playing that shot a bit softer, putting the white on the side rail, but then again, no, you can't play that. I don't know.
You seem like a very confused man.
We could have played that same yellow, but play it on the bottom side of it and just leave the white in the bottom, like near the bottom jaws.
I've just been oblivious to James going game here.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's just careless.
Daniel, son!
That is just pure careless, unfortunately, from James.
Yeah. And against this guy, against Daniel.
Young Daniel is going to be an absolute superstar, mark my words. For a kid who can barely stand over the table, and for what he can do now is, he's going to be something special if he can keep his head together. I mean, he's shown a lot of growth and development mentally, especially. Like his temperament's gotten 1,000 times better of late.
Yeah, and his
he's gone a little bit.
If it wins his frame, it will lift the chalkers, guys.
Absolutely. He won the. I think he won, what was it, the under-14 snooker, was it? Under-15 Australian snooker? After having never played snooker.
I think so, yeah.
He played like 3 sessions of snooker before it.
Nice.
Ended up winning it.
Nice.
I swear his cue is taller than him as well.
Yeah.
Whereas...
Does his arm go vertical yet? I assume it would.
It's pretty close, I think. But Jimmy Della was saying that...
So now he's kind of forced to go game, I think.
Yeah.
Could have left that ball, but...
He does look like he has a little bit of angle to be able to stun up.
He can.
I think he's going to use...
Oh, nice.
I know he's going to chip off here.
That's quite mature.
Yeah.
I think Sarvin's been actually getting into Daniel's ear about playing
Tactics.
less aggressive.
Yeah.
And Daniel's been listening to him, because Daniel mainly just tries to just be super aggressive, and it obviously doesn't pay off at this level because people just punish you. But now if your opponent's got 1 ball left, you have to do something. And now Jason's giving Roland a bit of a sniff.
So how would you be playing this? I think I'd be chipping off this and probably trying to come up near the pink spot, I guess.
Depends on where the... Whoops.
Oh, that's a poor shot. Yeah. Just don't like that kind of shot, like the way he was trying to play it, like to hold for the middle.
Yeah. Wait, mate. Morning. Good morning to National TV. Morning. It's a good shot. It gives Jason a shot to... Well, it gives Jason a chance to go in game. Back doubles.
Not a huge fan of that shot there by Roland.
Special comments by Prez. He just wants to say morning.
James can thank his lucky stars for that frame.
Oh, no, I don't want to listen.
Oh, you want to talk, don't you? I can't listen to the microphone.
Jace's going to be
I
playing
reckon
into the red here. Try and put
the young
red
fella
up
just
here.
fucked up.
Yes, he is. He's controlled that very, very well.
You heard it. Special comments from Prez, sponsored by Diet Coke. They're
Yeah, that was good, nicely controlled. It does look like there's a gap with that yellow. Just trying to see whether whether that red can pass inside that yellow or not. Well, he hasn't even considered it, so it mustn't go. This is not easy to get out. Oh, I need to do that.
Can't tug a box.
Come on, JT.
That's.
Gives Jason a chance.
I mean, yeah, he can just chip out his dead ball here. Chip out his dead ball, run off to, and then play the railer. I would have thought.
Yeah.
Try and play maybe with a touch of running side, but I don't think it's really necessary. You got a big bag up there.
Yeah, and this is probably a shot you you focus on white ball placement or yellow ball placement here. I think you just have to make sure that you get the ball out.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to double this and then trying to double it so that way it goes out towards mid-table or even towards the balk line. Once I find that line, then I'm just concentrating on exactly where I need to hit that wire.
White's going to float to the side rail. You
Yeah, it looks
run
pretty
the rail
natural
down.
around. Ooh.
Shot tugger. Great shot,
That's
mate.
got a great result there. Unless he's
Very
straight.
fortunate.
Well, he has.
Beard.
Paul Hancock telling us his love affection for beer over money and women.
I
Crazy
shaved
man.
this morning so I could put on war paint.
Needs to cue this
Can't tug a
one.
box.
Jason has to get fast so he can,
Oh,
he can
okay,
pot the
just
one
on that.
pushing.
This link up's still not easy though. Especially if he's straight. It looks relatively straight here.
I think as long as the white's not on a cushion after this shot, thanks. Then he's okay because then he can actually do work with the white ball.
These are one of those really testing shots, especially in a final where you got to play it across table. Fortunately, he's playing it down nap, so the rolls won't generally come into effect as much.
Yeah.
But he's jacking up. Well, this is a very missable shot right now.
Go, Tucker. Great shot, mate.
Shoot that
Come on.
beautifully.
I want to see that in
Let's go, buddy.
In 5 weeks time.
internationals. Yeah. I don't think he'll be playing that in 5 weeks' time though.
Yeah, but honestly, I'd much rather him play that as opposed to slow roll it and try and hold. I mean, it's just they're incredibly difficult shots under pressure. Yeah, well played, Jimbo. You're banana. So what do you do here, Dave? Are you just slow rolling this and taking your medicine with a thin
I'm
cut?
stunning this in and finding a
Coming
good spot
back.
for the white. This
So
pocket's
you're playing
pretty,
it off the red?
Yeah, his pocket's really big.
So you play it rail first?
Played off the ready.
Yeah. Probably the only spot on the table where he could have missed that.
Didn't get position either. That's what I was thinking. Like, it might have just been better just to roll through like another inch, just to guarantee a shot at the yellow.
I feel like if he rolls through though, then he has to do that much more with the white compared with the previous shot. I think he's better off doing less work with the white on that shot that he just played.
Yeah, right.
Because then the next two balls are guaranteed.
Oh, to be fair, actually, like he could have actually, instead of playing for the gap, he could have actually just screwed down table because
I thought he tried to screw down table, but maybe he didn't.
I'm just looking at like where he finished with the white. Maybe he was trying to pick the gap on it. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But it's one of those shots when you look at it, it's like where you can pot it either off the red or you can pot it clean. You need to make that conviction within your mind about what it is you're going to do instead of just thinking, oh, well, I can be a little bit off and still pot it.
Yeah, and it's so easy to do on those shots. You go, well, all I have to do is pot the yellow, therefore I don't need to worry about the white.
Yeah.
And you'll just forget about just lining up the shot in the first place.
It's so important to just make sure that whatever you decide, you just make sure you have a definitive mindset of what it is that you're going to do.
Yeah.
And then just go out there and just concentrate on potting the ball.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, people miss shots like that just because of the uncertainty in the mind, and it's just not clear enough yet.
So take the ball in the middle, depending on the angle.
It looks like he's slightly the wrong way. He might have to mop these two up the top, but he's going to have to play one good positional shot coming back down just to make things easier.
Yeah. Cueing's slightly hampered.
Good shot, Jaden. Come on, buddy.
Shot. So now he needs a pretty good shot. I think he can go off 2 rails of aim to hit the yellow that's in the middle of the table. And then he's going to have choice of balls.
Yeah, I think the line's a little bit more narrow than that. It looks like if he's going to go around...
He's gone off 2 rails.
He's going around the yellow, but it doesn't look... It's quite a tight line for him to come on the low side of the yellow that's in the mid-table. So he's got to be a bit careful here with his position.
Yep.
Oh, he's just straight screwed. Oh, he's played it with side.
And he's got no results.
He's got a huge result there because without that little kiss, he would have been in a spot of bother there. Got into that way too much, actually. He didn't even need side.
Yeah, but this is Roland.
This is Roland.
That's how he Rose with roll. Yeah, I don't know. You're going to get a lot of Roth calls during the Nationals, and they're going to be bad. Dan Lynch is laughing at us. He knows. Oh, Chewbacca. You know, I learned a new voice about a week and a half ago. I learned how to do Gollum.
Let's go, Naka, come on.
Jaden does
Stuff like that.
the bad miss though. He did over on position, but he did hit it thin, so he would have finished a bit. He would have finished better on that yellow. But
Yeah,
he will
that's
be
the
disappointed
spirit.
with that
Roland's
miss.
yelling. He knows how important that frame was.
Big couple of
Jaden
frames
should know
on.
too.
Well, Jaden just had a big opportunity there.
Yeah, Jaden had to do a lot to get back into this frame. He couldn't do enough, so Sarvin's probably just going to stitch him up here. I know he's going for it.
Yeah, you think someone has to have a go right now. I think the key shot would be the transition to the balls up the top.
Yeah.
If he can, especially with that ball in the middle, if he can finish on the low side of it, then he'll have a natural angle to be able to come down for those two and have a choice of both balls if you say he overhits position. So that's going to be the key shot, how he transitions to get there.
Yeah. I mean, he has to take this ball now, otherwise it's a nightmare to get on later.
Come on, mate.
That's okay. Just means he may have to leave the ball near the black till last.
I actually think he's going to take that ball next. I thought if he finishes high by the ball by the black, then he can just play it naturally off 2 rails to come out to mid-table to play the red that's in the mid-table.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he's got a good line to be able to do it now.
I think he's losing the white.
Is that Jimmy Della very good?
James has
certainly looked like a Jimmy
smashed
Della
those
very
balls, and they had... Wow.
I'm not sure if I like this shot. I just play snooker.
Great shot, mate. I like it.
I don't mind that shot, but I just don't feel like you're accomplishing a lot.
I think it gives Jaden actually gives Jaden a chance to fluke a result. If he goes off the left side rail, just hits the yellow near the black and flukes it, the white's going to the right side of the table, which means he's got a crack at another ball. So I think if Jaden gives this a bit and just tries to hit the yellow full ball, he might cut it in or he might double it.
But also you might leave a safe white here. No, he got it too full. If he
yeah.
got if he got it like half ball, like not potting line, then the white would have come to the right side of the table, which may have left.
See, I'm probably hitting that ball twice as hard because I might fluke a double.
But also you want the white to come down safe if you're going to be on that, if you're hitting the side that you want to hit as well.
Well, it's that, but I also feel that if I feel like I'm going to be in a worse position in the next shot, so I'd rather give myself the most chance of winning the frame in that visit.
Yeah, right. Well,
Sarvin's still in spot of bother. He may just try to play another safety here, but he might be on the ball in the middle, actually.
I think he's got a beautiful...
No, he's got a shot in the middle. Yeah, you're right. So he's going to just roll the red in the middle and then just get his 2 problem balls out.
Well, that was amazing. I just saw Jimmy Dillon miss a ball. No, was it? Oh, okay.
The umpire's going to pick up the white ball and pass it.
Excuse me? You can't touch a ball. So if you can land fat on this ball, no, just try to chop up. Let's just try to play safe.
Not sure what Riley decided to do.
I think he's just tried to lay up there.
Maybe.
But,
no, he surely he wouldn't have.
I don't understand why you would. Yeah.
Yes, Sarvin's great shot, mate.
That's good for Sarvin. He's
perfect.
James can get his hard ball out here. He's played that well.
Yeah,
I think like James plays the shots where you have to get a ball off of a dead rail and put it over the middle. He plays them so well.
Absolutely. Yeah, his control in those situations, and he plays them under control. It's just a beautiful touch.
Yeah. I've always tried to be delicate with those shots, and like, I really struggle with them. Like, and I've gotten to the point where if I'm going to play a shot like that, I will just overhit it, just to make sure I get the ball off of the rail into the middle of the table.
Right.
So I'd rather put the ball in the middle of a table than try to do some kind of petite little shot.
So do you, in those situations, do you just concentrate on hitting that ball full ball then a lot of the time, or are you just trying to hit the ball just full ball most of the time?
I would choose a line that gives me the most chance of moving that ball.
Right. I'll
just fully focus on that.
For myself personally, I always try to play it controlled. It just depends if I'm not guaranteed to be on my next ball that I'll hit it firm.
Yeah.
So I'll just try to use the second rail there.
Great shot,
Yeah, it's a great shot by James.
Come on. Go the Reds.
It's ball in the middle, bottom right corner, and actually, where's the black go?
I think it does go in that bottom left corner. However,
nah, it's really tight.
well, if that's the case, then if he's going to play it in the bottom right corner, I think he's going to roll through with this, try and play the one on the right corner, and just screw up probably 5 or 6 inches. Then he'll play the yellow into the left middle, and then hopefully you'll have a natural line to get there. Even if he overdoes it, he'll still be able to come off the back cushion, come underneath it. So the key for this shot is just you cannot leave yourself short. If you leave yourself short, you're in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah, at least if you're too high on the yellow, you can pot the black in a couple of other pockets.
Yeah, you still have options at least. So this is a really important shot.
Yeah. But James has realised that he'll overdo this if he needs to.
Or just finish perfect.
Oh, well, he's reasonably straight now, but
I had to play like a bit of a stun run here.
yeah,
Just maybe.
he's gone
2
down
kickers
straight
to the
away,
centre.
just rolling his head.
Oh, yeah. Must be perfect then.
I mean, when you're James Daly, it doesn't matter where the white is, you just pop balls.
Yeah, he just doesn't make mistakes. When the balls are like this, like James is just one of those guys. Like he makes those outs look really, really good.
Yeah. James will make some noise here.
Yeah. So that's a great steadying frame for Chalkers Red.
It is.
Bridge was starting to pull out a comeback, and
yeah,
both teams have certainly had chances.
Yeah, Riley's been struggling. And Jaden will do the same. He's in no man's land, but if he pots the, well, I would probably say when he pots a black, he'll do the same.
Yeah. I can see this frame where someone missed. Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Someone missed the ball in the bottom left corner.
It was a strange option for someone to play that off 2 rails, I think. I'm not really sure why, but it just seemed like he had a nice, maybe just with a touch of left-hand side to come back up to.
Yeah. Listen to Jaden after this. Come on.
Nah, Jaden, bit subdued there.
He's done nothing. And there's the arena. I mean, Alec,
it's a good crowd in here at the moment, actually.
Oh, it's really good, yeah.
Probably got at least, what, 60, 70 people, you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good crowd.
And there'll be more filtering in as it's probably more than that, actually. Like, after this, we're having a bit of a feed, bit of a presentation dinner where a lot of prizes are going to be handed out.
Do we get any prizes for making the prelim?
You don't.
Damn it.
So F and G. 10F. Ooh. So Gaz got subbed out for Sean.
Right.
And Shane got subbed out for Danielle.
Danielle.
See, 11-7 is not insurmountable.
Absolutely. Like,
I mean, that was 3-all. Yeah.
I mean, especially if Bridge really can just take their opportunities, and they're definitely not out of this match. I mean, they should be quite fortunate to actually be in this position right now.
They are, yeah, absolutely.
Like Chalkers really should have put this match away already. So knowing that, especially with Alec first up, I mean, if you just get a little bit closer, put a bit more pressure on.
Definitely.
And,
hey, Monty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have any
special comments from Monty? He believes the 4th round is where the teams go to sleep, and you need to.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th.
If there's any,
I would say something
if
I wasn't on commentary, but
anyone who's in Adelaide who wants to work on their technique, I highly recommend you go see Monty. He's doing a lot of queuing work with him of late, and him definitely hitting the ball better than I've ever.
I hope you guys listen.
If anyone wants any help with their technique, I highly recommend you go see Monty down at the Snooker Association.
Oh, Monty's great.
Yeah, he's a grumpy old man, but
he's passionate about helping others as well.
He just loves the game, and not only that, he's incredibly knowledgeable. I mean, he helped Alec a lot as well, which then you saw Alec, his results last year, won a couple of major tournaments, and also topped the stats at Nationals as well, so Monty certainly has that proven track record. So anyone who wants to improve, I highly recommend you just go speak to Monty for like a good hour or so and just see how you go.
Yeah, and he was saying to us earlier, and I agree with him, because it happened to us when we played Cambridge, Empire Bridge, in our minor rounds, but the fourth round can be crucial. Like it's just over halfway, the score's close, and both teams are probably going to fall asleep, and it's about remaining vigilant and making sure that you put 100% in for this round.
Absolutely.
Because you can so easily drop 4 games in a row at this stage, and you won't realise that until it's happened.
And these are real momentum swings right now as well. You know, like these are the ones where like you can either completely destroy a team's confidence, or if you're from behind, now suddenly you gain a leg.
Yeah.
So this these frames are very, very important now.
Yeah.
Tommy looks like.
Yep, he's taking on a tough shot. He's going to make sure the yellow doesn't go down too far, and he's played that really well.
Oh, was that yellow going in the middle? It doesn't look like it.
I cannot see.
If it doesn't go,
no, it doesn't go.
If that's good, he's just going to have to sneak off here. Just sneak off and just try and leave a little snooker, I think. It's a very delicate little shot he needs to play. Doesn't want to be leaving a shot so he can play the red across to the right side. In a perfect world, you actually want to leave him. Well, no, actually, you don't want to leave him an edge of that red that's above the yellow, because I think it goes in the middle. So, playing with the rest, this can go wrong very easily.
I think my play is just a smidge thicker than what you think.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you leave him on the balls, but I don't think he's left the red on. But all Gaz has to do is pot a ball, and then he'll have control of the frame. Just because he can just do whatever he wants. But
Alec has gotten a little bit unlucky there, but he did play it at a pace where he was hoping for a bit of a result.
Yeah. Actually, Gaz
can pot the one across.
I was about to say, he probably doesn't need to. Like, if he thinks he's going to pot and the white's going to go near the middle, he can actually overcut the red he's about to play and just put the white basically in the middle of the bulk line.
Yeah, I like that. That's not a bad option.
All you have to do here is get yourself another shot. That's your goal at the moment, because you're probably going to be in a better position.
Can he play this? Does he have a line just to run through though, and he's going to leave a safe white anyway?
I don't like it, because if you get a bad contact on the ball, or if you hit this a bit too thick or too hard, the white's going to run into the red above it. I'd rather play the red above. I don't really like that, because you give Tom too much opportunity to either control that pocket or get a result.
I'm not sure if he can get enough of the yellow there. I'm really trying to have a look at it. It's hard to tell from the camera angle. Maybe he can.
He's gone down pretty quickly on it.
Yeah, it did look a little bit thicker. It's a good containing shot.
Well, the yellow to the left of black's actually on in the middle.
Let's go, buddy.
But I'm right in line with it.
Well, I think he's left in the red. Has he got the red there?
But Tom's put that yellow in a really ugly spot to put another ball underneath it. Like the two reds that kind of go to the bottom left don't, because of that yellow.
Do you think he can play the red in the middle on the right hand side? I'm not sure if he's going to be running into that red, but then he can play the yellow, the red that's near the black spot.
I like this shot. Pop the red in the right corner, and then just try to get control of the pocket. Maybe he's gone around it.
Yeah, it was a bit of an awkward angle there.
Yeah.
Probably need to play with a bit less pace.
I still think Gaz can just run into one of the balls at the top of the table and leave Tom with just a really difficult white ball. And you do that, or you try to cut the ball on the right-hand side on the bottom right-hand corner and screw back into bulk, and then you might have a chance of just playing a snooker or something. You do have that option.
He has fallen in a bit of an awkward spot right now.
Yeah, I don't know where he wanted the white ball, but I suspect he was wanting to run into that red that was near the ball he potted. So what's Alec doing? He's on reds, isn't he?
Yeah.
So Alec probably has to pop the red in the right middle and actually get onto the red in the left middle, but he's on this ball to then get on his difficult one.
Is he going to play an extraction, or is he playing for position?
Nah, he's just playing position. He hasn't gotten that.
I think he can get around the yellow, around the red, though, but he's going to have a very, very difficult shot on his last red, especially transitioning to the black.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to be too straight on this red, too.
Guy's potted the
Just
ball.
straight screwing?
Yeah.
Straight screwing. Looks a lot thinner than that. Yeah, I still prefer that kind of shot to actually just play it with a touch of bottom, just to control to go around the yellow though. It's just so much, makes the pot so much easier in that situation.
Yeah.
It's a great shot. If you play this rail first off the yellow, is he gonna? I think that's probably the shot.
I mean, this is on the right table we're looking at.
Come on.
I think you also have to decide what you're going to do. I think here you have to kind of overcut the red and just choose where in bulk you want the white.
Yeah,
He's probably going to be playing the snooker, but I'm not sure what he's looking at.
No, he's just laid up.
So I don't like that. I think you're better off overcutting that red completely, so the red goes off the rail into the yellow, and you send the white into bulk. So you try to get a snooker or something productive over there.
And if it does go in, at least you've opened up your red at the same time too.
Yeah, and if it doesn't go in and you leave it horrible result, the white basically has to travel through 3 yellows to get anywhere. So I think Gaz may have an edge. So if he has an edge, he can just chip off the red.
Just leave it on top of the
Just leave a white probably in the middle of a table. Come on, mate. Just so he leaves that traffic for Tom to try to do something.
The only other shot I can see is if he comes off the back cushion and tries to hit the red full ball on the right hand side, and you might be able to get a snooker there too. But you do risk, if you do run through a little bit, you do risk leaving an opportunity to pot the yellow that's in the middle, and you'll be leaving him a really nice angle too.
I do like your option because it's still
the red.
There's left a good ball, but I like your option because the white is going to be roughly in bulk when Tom comes back to the table, and it's going to give him a lot of trouble doing something.
Absolutely.
And you've also opened up the reds at the bottom of the table.
Yeah. No, he's gone.
He's either overcutting this or just causing confusion and putting the red closer to the yellow.
Come on, Tommy.
Come on, Thomas. That's not good for him.
Yeah, he's left the bottom of the 3 on. But if you play that shot slightly softer,
that's what I was just about to say. Like, you needed that mid-table. You've got to force him to at least play a plan or at least have a difficult option there. Alec is just...
Not sure what he tried.
I think Alec tried to chop that in the middle.
Nah, not at that
Come on, Jason!
I reckon he
Tommy,
thought the...
what's the white there?
I reckon he thought the bottom red was on.
Right. Well, Jace just had a huge leg off there. Cripsy Roland. It's a difficult shot for Tommy. It looks like he's going to be going through the gap here of the red and the yellow.
Come on, buddy.
If that is the case, then especially if it is natural, he can play it fern, then come out mid-table, come out near blue spot.
You just slap it in.
Yeah.
That's what he's done.
He's kissed it.
He's gotten a result.
Oh, he's got a shot at it. It is a difficult shot, but...
Yes, shot, Jace. Come on, mate.
Come on, Fox. Come on, Tom.
Tom obviously has to pop this as a no-brainer, but...
This is just a test of your nerves right now.
Yeah.
How composed can you be over the shot? I just missed it by a mile. Just try to check it in. I don't mind. I would rather be playing that and trying to leave the white on the left rail, just because you make it actually quite a difficult link up as well.
Yeah.
Come on, mate.
I think it's an easier pot too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like,
Jason's
you don't want to be
left
playing.
himself with a lot tougher black than he wanted.
Yeah, just got a little bit too deep in that one. This guy has a nice natural angle to come back and around.
Yeah. I think he needs to hit this harder than he thinks. It's a bit too soft.
I think he's okay. It's hard to tell where the natural angle is going towards the middle though.
Yeah, and now Gaz faces the shot. Now Gaz faces the same dilemma as Tom, except it's a shot like a more acute angle.
These shots with running side are a lot easier to pot there as opposed to when Tommy was playing it with check.
Yeah.
And especially at the speed that Tommy was playing it at, that's quite difficult to play those thin cuts with the amount of check side that he had on it. I think in that situation, myself personally, I prefer to just in those situations, just take your medicine and just take a tougher next shot on. Just make sure you pop the
Gaz
ball.
almost looks like he wants to take the ball in the bottom left first.
Yeah, his line must be pretty close to natural and off. I don't. Just
What do you
because
think of
it's
just rolling this in and just putting the white in the back rail and the red on the bottom rail too?
I think I'm always playing the one up at the top right with touch of running, just because you can slap at it. Oh, there's a lot of opportunities going on for both teams at the moment. No one just seems to want it enough at the moment.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Tommy needs to smack these balls in, shake Gaz's hand, and go. Come on, Empire.
He's controlled that well. But yeah, it's been a very, very strange match so far.
It has.
Haven't seen both these teams play this poorly all season, actually, to be honest.
Yeah, and that's just pressure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, you feel like you're being pushed through a very small tube.
That's where you look at it. That's where the cream rises to the top. You guys like your Jimmy Dellas, your Alex, your McDellas, they just hold their nerve under any situation. If anything, they just get better with the pressure, especially a guy like Alex. It's amazing to...
Randy, was it Randy Savage?
Cream rise to the top, brother.
You seen that? Or Randy Savage, he's the wrestler. He's talking to this dude like cream rise to the top, and he like pulls out like this real small thing of cream you'd put in your coffee at hotels. He just keeps pulling them out of his pocket.
Well, it can't be much worse than the Harry Taylor when he had spam in his sock, was it?
Nice. So Roland has a shot and he's killed a red.
Not a fan of that shot.
He has to bag up now.
You had to play that firmer if you were looking to go game. I thought. But maybe he's just looking to get control. There's probably no need to play overly aggressive right now.
I mean, knowing Roland, he'll just bag up.
Yeah. He's played that.
That's fine.
Well, I reckon there's a gap there. It looks like it's sitting on the road.
It's fine.
James Georgios timed that break beautifully.
Sean Salmon's going to be a little inexperienced at this against safety battles, so
yeah.
I think how the frame will go is they'll have a safety battle, Roland will get on top of it, and then it's going to be a case of whether Roland knows when to go game and how to go game. So Roland's going to basically win or lose this depending on what he does.
I don't mind right now, especially if the yellow goes inside the red. I don't mind just putting this other yellow on the opposite corner. I mean, that pocket might become important. Wow.
What about just potting the red straight away, just stunning it and just leaving the balls up the top?
I don't mind doing it, but the problem is you just can't leave him off a pot. So you're basically banking on the fact that he's not going to pot his first ball. So I personally would rather have just put that over and said, you know what, if you can go game from there, good luck to you.
Actually, he might just be running the yellow onto the red now, and saying, "Well, mate,
yeah, true.
I'm gonna kill the black."
And just leave him try and leave it white near the black, and try and leave him a thin cut on the red.
Yeah. I think he just rolls it in, puts the white on the side rail. So he's trying to do too much with the white ball.
Yeah.
You just have to go, well, okay, I'm just gonna focus on killing the black, at least into that pocket. Doesn't matter where the white goes, because you're basically saying to Roland, look, it's Super League Grand Finals, if your nerves hold up, pot out.
So I think he wants to pot this. He wants to be as straight as he can on that red.
Yeah.
Ideally, just a little bit on the lower side, just that way he can run through. And then I think the three reds at the top, I think the middle one goes to the top left corner. And he can play it in a controlled manner where he's going to hit full into the yellow and open up his red.
Yeah.
He should have options on both balls, hopefully.
Yeah. Roland doesn't like the fact that the white's travelling away from the red that he wants to be on.
Well, this is why it's very important to get as straight as you can. You do not want to be low.
Yeah, as a result, he's missed. So now Sean's in a lot better position now.
Oh, yeah. Sean just has a huge sigh of relief, but at the end of the day, Roland's still at the table.
Yeah.
But he is a little touch high, so his next shot is going to be very, very missable. And it's going to be a...
Actually, it's really straight. I'm right behind him.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's deceptive
go
camera
just
angles,
to the
isn't
bottom
it?
of the jaw.
Oh, then he should be okay. Did hit that a bit thick.
That's fine. McDella has played a shot where he's...
Let's go, mate.
I don't know.
He did that, yeah. Yeah, Roland is, so I it's suicide to have a dip right now.
I think Roland can go off the side rail and actually have a crack at potting this red in the corner, and then be on one of the other reds.
The only reason why I don't like that is because that yellow that's in trouble over there can go inside the bottom right corner.
It does, yeah.
So I think it's just high risk at the moment. I think Shot Roland's playing now is right. Just try and get some coverage over that pocket, and you're forcing Sean to really. You're asking some questions of Sean. What's he going to do next?
Yeah.
Just be patient right now. Oh, he
He's
still
had
went for it.
He's had a shot.
That was an incredibly aggressive option.
Left Sean with a chance.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I like that. I feel like in that situation, you just got to gain control and just try and make it as difficult for them as possible.
Yeah.
That shot is a low percentage shot, and there's a high probability you're going to leave all these yellows on too.
Yeah. So do you think Sean has to play the bottom of the 3 yellows in the middle of the table, just play one of those first? I think you have to do that to...
Yeah, I would definitely be playing the lower ball, and then I'll be playing the ball by the black.
Yeah.
Try and get to the bottom cushion if possible. Or you can just finish high, it's really whichever one you feel okay with.
Yeah, so that's actually not bad, because now he's made the black a bit harder in case he misses, but the goal of this visit is to get onto your hard yellow as early as possible.
Do you think he has an angle to pop this in the middle and just screw to the right side and then get on that ball now?
I think the white's travelling in between the gap of the red and the yellow in the middle of the table.
Yeah, I like that option. As long as he doesn't... As long as he has a little bit of angle, then he can screw out. Or if he's a little bit off angle, he can always top through with a touch aside and then play the next yellow in the left middle.
I like that. Yeah, play this with right, get onto your hard ball. That was a lot thicker than what I thought.
Yeah, he definitely had a line of stun through, but he's just playing a bit safer this way.
Yep.
So this is a key shot. He just wants to make sure he gets as straight as he can on this yellow.
Yeah.
Doesn't want angle.
Yeah.
It looks like he's got a nice angle to stun or screw across.
Meanwhile, Georgiades has... I'm not sure what he tried to do, but if he had to, that's a dreadful shot, because he didn't really take so much time on that.
And he's just following that really awkward angle. He's got to cue this sweetly and screw down the line here.
Well, he can just roll it in and then just take the ball in the corner.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. Just because from that angle, because of how thin, it's not the easiest positional shot to get onto that yellow.
Depends on what you like. Like, do you prefer pumping this ball in?
Yeah,
or just rolling it in and taking the bottom ball with a bit of, like, which shot's harder to execute, kind of thing.
It really.
And that's cool. That's what
if I feel like I could screw that into and maybe hit even half or quarter ball of that red or inside, then I probably would have played that. But if I'm going too full into it, I just wouldn't take that risk.
Yeah.
A lot of the shot selections is just about risk management.
Yeah, of course. It looks like that in that case, if you play the ball in or over, you've got options. Like if you miss the ball, you've still got box C. If you pot it, you've got a chance of going game.
Yeah.
Whereas if you smack it in, you're relying on, like basically, you're relying on potting it to get in.
I think Roland just needs to cover the yellow right now. I mean, I just don't see any value in playing this right now, unless he's going to have a dip here. But
he's going to smack this in.
And he's got the red out.
Oh my
God!
That is a genius, and you can hear the bridge. They are going mental.
That is unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen.
Roland's heart rate would be about 174 at the moment.
I can't believe I just saw that. That's unbelievable. Would you be running through and playing it in the middle, or would you be like screwing off the side rail? I mean, if he's reasonably straight, I don't really like rolling through to play it in the middle, unless he's going towards.
I like running through.
Oh no, he was not. He had a nice angle.
Easy.
Yeah.
How straight is he now? The only part I don't like, he needs to be able to jack up and just stun or screw the next red in.
I think he can just hold the white here. He might have like pretty quick, maybe just let screw back an inch and you have a nice natural angle to pot the ball in the middle.
Yeah. That's fine.
That's fine.
How is he? He's rolling to the finish line, brother. The Roland's also.
Is he on it? Oh, is he on
I think so, even off the rail.
Yeah, he's got to get that white. He's got to get that white down there, Jimbo. Rail first.
I think it's great.
A lot of running. Oh my god.
What the hell? Anyway, James, if he goes off the rail, White's probably going to go off 3 rails for the black in the middle. Roland's played a shocker.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you see when Roland missed that shot, it's purely because he's trying to hold with the white.
Yeah.
On shots like that, when it's a little bit uncertain like that, it's gone in off. Wow. I can't believe what I'm watching here, ladies and gentlemen. This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
But that shot that Roland had, like instead of trying to hold in that spot, why not just come off the bottom cushion?
Yeah.
That way there's you're never gonna have that second guessing or that doubt over the shot, and that's why he missed that ball. He missed that ball purely just because he was trying to hold with the white.
Yeah,
but just
the jabby shots are really difficult, even without pressure. Still, Mick still has to do some work here, and
not play that well at all.
Yeah.
I thought he would have actually tried to play up table and then try and get on the railer next, to be
he's
honest.
got 2 shots. I don't think Mick cares too much.
Not better.
Just has to pop this ball. And he's
I just can't believe it's quite extraordinary the frames that we're watching right now. It's great, great to commentate because there's certainly a lot of options going on.
Yeah, all the tension. Salmon's, that shot's a bit fishy. Sorry.
I was wondering what that smell was. Ooh.
Mick has, this is slightly weird, but I think he's okay.
Well, this is
It's gut-wrenching for Roland. Almost dug himself out of the depths.
Is he going to be playing the black in the right middle here?
I think he's just potting it, maybe running into the black.
Oh,
that
wow.
is.
Wow. Oh, he has fallen awkward here. This is quite an awkward little angle.
I think Mick pumps this in.
Top right corner, all day. Or you could do the Mikey Cacciola pump, smash it in the top left corner.
Oh, yeah. After wiping all the chalk off of his fingers into his jeans. Oh, he's got this.
If he gets this, I don't think Chalkers can be beat.
Nah.
Still good.
Yeah, Mick's got the. He's got the about him.
Yeah, this has been a very disappointing performance so far from both teams.
Yeah, the Reds will run away.
Yeah. With only 5 frames needed for the win, you'd think. Yeah, you think they're going to be very, very hard to beat right now.
Yeah.
Could this be the nail? Jimmy Della breaking? Jimmy goes kaboom. Very fortunate to keep it on the table, actually. That white ball looked like it jumped into the jaws of the middle pocket and somehow stayed on the table. And he has got a yellow, but gosh, he's got no options first. He may just be nominating reds and just playing safe here, I think. Just running in behind the red. I can't see too much value in trying to get out of this on yellows. Can he cut that red back in the pocket? It's just so hard to tell from him, but it does look incredibly thin. As much as Jimmy would hate to lay up, it looks like he might have to. I don't think he's got an option here. He's got a nice shot of the back of Phil Riley's head. And Jimmy has just chipped off and played safe. Phil has taken reds, they're taking the yellows. He has been losing the white. Pretty much all match actually. I think he's been struggling a lot with the pace. Just had this tendency to overhit a lot of shots. Just don't think he's been playing, not only has he been playing a lot of April, but just hasn't been playing a lot on new cloth as well for a while. So just seems to be struggling out there a little bit with the pace. So he's just played a nice control shot there. Covering the red but also leaving the yellow on. It's a very smart shot. These are the kind of frames that Sarwan does enjoy. Is that Sarwan playing? Can I see the hairy arms? Oh, it was a foul. Oh, did he? Oh, wait, he didn't hit a cushion. Sorry, I did not see what happened there. Ooh.
Come on, Jimmy. Come on, mate.
Oh, wow. James had 2 shots there. I did not realise. And missed his first ball. I'm wondering if it is open table. Is it open table? Oh, no, he is on the... No, he's on yellows. Oh, no, it is open table. Right. Well, he might... If that's the case, he may choose the plant, play the yellow into the red, does open up all the reds. I will be surprised if he continues to go
Testing
with
1,
yellows.
2.
But
I'm
no,
back
he
on.
is taking yellows still.
Jimmy Yellow will take yellows. This yellow to the corner maybe on.
I think that goes in the bottom left corner and will be his finishing ball for the black.
Right there.
Like that red near the yellow spot is really awkward. It's just a little bit in the way of trying to get really, really
I
good
wouldn't
on
be
the ball like
surprised if
that.
he goes this yellow, the Raylo, yellow in the middle if he gets dead straight on it. Then he can pick a gap between the two reds and the yellow in the corner.
Have options for both, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
he'll realise that as he's mapping his out, because then everything links.
even if he plays that ball in the bottom left corner and just if he finishes a little bit high on that, he can just screw across and that yellow will go in the top left corner as well.
Yeah. I think if he finishes high, then he just rolls the ball in, and the white just floats for the gap anyway. But Sarvan, I'm not sure what Sarvan's plan is now.
Does he have two or does he have one?
I'm not sure. I didn't see what happened.
He only has one. I'll be surprised if he's not doubling this across. Oh, wow.
James is on fire. He's a bit low.
Solon's had a huge stroke of luck right there.
Yeah.
Oh, even though he did have two.
Do you know who else likes safety battles?
Is that?
It's the computer. The computer. So these guys are going to relish the challenge. Riley loves. He loves the challenge of the control of a game.
Yeah, Riley.
Hopefully he's in that mindset, because when Riley is in full what's the word? Full flow.
Flight. Yeah.
Full flow with like his mindset. He plays some very, very clever shots. Like he'll play shots where, like, if it's open table, so if he breaks balls and there's a red pot, like I've seen him nominate yellows and just play this really weird shot to leave open table but completely nothing.
Right.
And you just go, okay, I can hit this ball, but I'm just going to put it into a spot where it's open table and Riley's just going to go game.
Right. He gives
James
you like
needs
enough.
a result, and he's got it.
Wow,
He's dead straight on this ball.
I think he's been quite fortunate there actually. I don't think that's what he was playing for.
I'm not sure, because I think if he's played for an area near the red, so that he's got two balls on. So it's probably kind of a balance of probabilities.
It was more the fact that he's got a really nice angle to stun across.
Yeah, now he's pretty sweet now. And Sarvan's just
Just
Sarvan
taking
will love
control.
this. Riley's just going to smash this ball out, I think. Either smash the ball out or just play the
You wouldn't consider playing a snooker here?
Well, Riley can't hit there's two balls in bulk. The one that's closest to the middle of a table, you can just play that half ball and send the white over to the right side.
I actually don't mind doubling the yellow that's on the left side up the top. I don't mind face card doubling that down and leaving the white in bulk. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting some more balls down here, to be honest. Or he may be chipping off this one down. Just play it off 2
like
rails back.
3/4 ball. And
See that shot? I would have preferred to actually play that a bit fuller and play it a bit more pacey, and then you try and double it like just past the middle
you're
pocket
right.
and bring it down table.
Yeah,
you can still get the white in the same area. I just don't feel like that's just the containing shot that's not buying yourself on. And he hasn't got the snooker either. Wow.
No, but still, Sarvan, he might accidentally pot a ball here. Which he has.
Wow. Yeah, you needed to overcut that. I don't think there was any value in trying
He's
to
going to
play
play
it
the
that way.
top red. Just double it out a little bit.
Yeah, just try
He
and
might
leave it
even hit
untouching.
he might even hit the top side of this to leave Riley stuck on the yellow, but no, he's just.
Oh wow, James missed his yellow. I didn't see that.
Jados should just. I don't know if he probably has to go game.
It really depends if that yellow passes in the bottom right corner. It does look pretty close to sliding in.
Yeah, I think Jaden might be considering a snooker.
I am surprised someone did play it that way.
So what do you do here if you're Riley? Hit the bottom yellow and get the white up into bulk, or?
No, I'm overcutting it, so I'm playing the higher of the two, hitting it as thin as possible, and send the white across the ball line and try and get a snooker.
Oh, so you're trying to hit the two balls. Oh, he's not hugely impeded. That's fine.
Yeah, he just got a little bit too thin there, unfortunately. Just wanted to play that a bit thicker, so that way the white straighten up.
Lined up a like basically a cut on the yellow towards the red that's on the left,
Why wouldn't you?
and carrying that yellow into the left pocket.
Is he playing it off the red? If he's going to do
Yeah,
that?
he's going to play it off the red. White's going to hit this red on the right hand side and double it in the same corner.
What did someone just do then?
I missed it.
Dan, did you see what happened then? What
was
Salman just did?
Salman?
I don't see how suddenly he's got a ball over the hole in the black. I'm like, what happened?
The only thing I could have seen is if he hit the dead yellow, the dead red, and canned it into the ball that
But
was
he
in the
didn't have a line to plant that, did he?
pocket.
Like he'd run off it.
Sarvan has won anyway,
Maybe he doubled it. I don't know. I didn't see.
and that's gonna make the Reds yell a little bit because now there's 7 games clear.
Yeah, this looks over, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, the Bridge just haven't shown enough at the moment. They're going to have to really, really dig deep and just start taking opportunities. I mean, they're getting opportunities pretty much every frame, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely.
There hasn't been a lot of pot outs at all, so the confidence will be down. They need someone to have like a team lifting frame. You need someone who's just going to change that momentum.
They need probably a team lifting 3 or 4 frames in a row.
Absolutely, because it's just getting away from them at the moment.
Yeah.
And especially when chalkers only need 4 more frames to win, then it's it's definitely getting to worrying times right now.
Yeah. Lynchy's trying to do a replay for us.
It's a little bit too outside.
Okay, Jados has to clear here.
So yeah, I mean,
and probably yell a lot when he wins.
I think when you're 15-8 down, you're not going to be yelling too much.
Check this out. This is we have a replay for you.
Oh, did he
guys.
face cut double it? He must have face cut double and cannon into the red, into the yellow, I think.
I don't know. But check this out.
Oh, that's class. That's a classic
What?
shot. High risk shot. 'Cause he did open up the balls as well.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
And that's why we
beautiful
call him Sarvan. Because that's his name. I've got nothing else. That was a brilliant shot. Dave's just looking at me going, why are we rooming together?
I'm looking. I'm just looking at you like, why didn't I get face paint?
Well, there's face paint right in front of you.
Oh, there actually is. There really
Do you want me
is.
to chuck some on you? Or
Nah, my name's not
Are you
Salman.
you're a, who are you barracking for, by the way?
In this,
Yeah.
I'm neutral.
You're a fence sitter?
Yeah. I just want to watch good pool. That's all I really care about. But
See,
we're good, mate. We're all guys in
that's
both teams are mates, So
See, I generally do
Always
that. Like
missed
it's like when we're watching the like the AFL Grand Final, for example. Obviously, with like the Crows, they're in the final, so we should be barracking for them. But I was like, I just want to see good footy.
yeah, exactly. And then
So I do understand that, but I do wish you'd say, played for Empire. I'd rather see an Empire team win, but
right.
that's okay. I won't judge you. Jaden does need to be slightly careful
He's
here.
pull up his pants a little bit too.
Yeah,
He's
and
got a
that's
little
not
bit
good
of for a PG rated show. That was a little bit uncalled for, I think.
See, Jaden had to be a lot more careful on that shot because he's trying to play with a bit of side. The white's actually gone the reverse direction of when he played it.
He just
He's hit the red a bit thick.
He just didn't get through it, did he? It's like the side, it's like almost like a drag side shot he
Yeah.
played there. Just
I
didn't
think he'll
commit
be
to it. Campace has a shot to nothing.
Come on, Jimmy. Go get on,
That's just.
James, he may have left side rail snooker back.
Ooh.
I think he has.
You know what? I reckon this is pretty close to the potting line. No, he's asked for a total.
Anthony Cacciola with the confirmation. It's,
Yeah, I do like your shot here.
Mikey Cacciola's brother.
Just rail first and try and catch that yellow as full as possible.
Yeah. He's going to be helped by the nap as well. The white's going to go down a little bit. So, played it at a decent enough pace.
It's good speed.
And that's fine. He may have left a little bit of opportunity for Jaden to be able to just come off the side rail.
Do you
and
think
hit
he
the
can
red.
snooker back here off the back half? It's hard to tell the line from here. You can definitely hit the red natural. It's just whether he can get to that back half of the red to return the favour. He's
not
going across
sure.
there. Wants to be getting this full if he is.
I like going this way because you push the red towards the corner pocket. To be He's hit that way too softly. But that's fine. James can do something with the snooker back now. I would have preferred to have hit the red a lot harder.
So what are your options here? Are you playing this rail first, and then you trying to get a snooker behind the black and try and get the yellow to just sit in the front of the potting line of the red?
I'm probably sneaking off this really fine, having the white.
Because I think
I'd probably prefer to just have the white near the middle of the bulk cushion.
I think he's got to try and get that yellow, just double it onto the red here. Yeah, that's perfect.
See, I did like the two rails. The only reason I didn't say it at first was because you have to decide if you're going to play a two-railer shot that you don't bring the corner pocket into play.
Yeah.
Because that happens so often where you try to play that shot and you hit it just a bit too thick and the white travels towards the corner pocket. At least if you go off one rail, the white doesn't have the pace to get where you want it.
Right.
So, but to play that shot, it's obviously the more optimal shot because if you can control the line, you know that if the white goes too far, you've got a really good chance of getting a snooker, which is what James has done.
Absolutely. I mean, your primary objective in that situation is just to try and block the red. I mean, if the white ball becomes safe too, then that's just an absolute bonus. But
so here
you got to commit. You got to have that mindset whenever you come into that shot to really just commit to exactly what you want to do. They're the shots that are so easy that where you just get lackadaisy.
Yeah. So Jaden can play this. If he's playing it, I'd probably play it really hard to send the white back into bowl. That's not bad. Or the other option was coming off the right side rail, which is a much more difficult shot, and just trying to lay up on the red and get a snooker. But this is.
It was difficult out of the way. Yeah.
So if I was playing Jaden's shot, if I go off the back rail and hit the red really fine, I can send the white back up into the bulk and maybe get a snooker back. But this is
over there.
It's a bit of a steamroll at the moment.
Still, the chances are still coming Bridges' way, but just no one's been willing to take it. It's incredible. It really is incredible, actually, to watch.
Yeah.
Haven't seen, and I think Chalkers will be the first to admit they haven't played well at it as well.
Chalkers, neither team's really played very well. It's been, but I'm trying to take away as much of this as possible because there's a pretty important tournament coming up, and we have to be in the right mindset for it. And one of them is if you're in a team environment, there's a massive difference between playing a race to 11 against an individual person where it's about your own momentum compared with being in a team environment where it's one frame pool.
Absolutely.
And I think in one frame pool it's more imperative that you take control of every single frame that you play. And I feel that neither team has really done that. Like they've taken on
too much,
some pretty crazy outs, and they haven't really paid off. So whoever's come in second have been just mopping up.
Yeah, it really has been.
I think that the Bridge have tried to go for that out and failed more often than Chalkers Red. I think like Chalkers Red still have done that where they've taken on outs and failed, but haven't been punished as much as what they should have.
Yeah.
And we need to take that away from the Nationals too, because that's going to be one of the key things that we'll have to do is when to take control of the game and when to go game.
Yeah, it's just purely about shot selection, you know. Like
Absolutely,
your shot selection changes from short races to long races to single framers, you know. You always just got to play with that extra little bit of control, irrespective of who you're playing. I mean,
definitely.
If you're playing, even if, for example, when you're playing Jimmy Diller, you may take on more outs in a longer race because you have the time to do it. But in a single frame, you can just play tighter, and then Jimmy Diller, I mean, can nail outs from almost anywhere. But in single frame pool, everyone's missable.
Well, James also fights really hard in a single frame pool, and he'll fight like if James is in a safety battle in a race to 11, he will take on an aggressive out because he feels it's going to do more damage to his opponent. Whereas if it's single frame pool, he will feel that he'll want to just fight hard for the frame because it's the right thing to do. It shows your team that you really want to fight hard.
Yeah.
So this is the end of it's 2/3 of the way in, and the Bridge have decided to have a bit of a meeting.
Bit of an Alec Everinatis pep talk.
Yeah, the Reds are kind of hovering around where they were. James is just blurting out a few things over his table. So
Yeah, I think Chalkers is just more of the same. You know, just make sure you're clinical. I think
yeah,
there's things are going pretty well from now. I mean, they only need
Yeah,
3 more
definitely.
frames to get, but
Yeah.
if you're Chalkers, right, I mean, just make sure that you're just playing like you were saying, just play good one single frame pool. It's really all you have to do. Don't overexert yourself. Don't need to take on too
Yeah.
much. Just
Yeah,
play
of
within your
course.
limitations. Just play
I mean,
smart pool for the team.
Well, you've had 24 frames to watch how your opponent's playing, and you just see that you know you're going to get chances to take control of the frame, if not pot out. So, and they're happening in pretty much every frame, bar a couple where they've been pot outs off the break.
Alec clearly thinks brushes are overrated. So Jason Tucker, most master breaks in Super League this year, actually. Oh no, actually,
Yes.
Mikey got him.
Mikey pipped
just
him
got
at the post.
Yeah, Mikey came home with a wet sail.
Mikey also beat Alec in the last frame of the minor rounds
Did
to
too,
knock Alec off of the
George Thomas.
George Thomas. And Jason's got a magnificent chance here to actually go game.
Oh yeah, these have come out absolutely beautiful. This is just join the dots.
Yeah, it's just figuring out what the dots are, because the white isn't in a good spot to link the balls very well. I mean, he could take the ball in the bottom left pocket first and take the ball around the bottom, but he does have to deal with the top 2 yellows, and they're going to be...
Well,
you have to be able to pot the 2 yellows in a way where you get good position on the rest of your balls.
Well, I'm actually thinking, play this now, run through, and then I would consider playing the ball by the black, take the one down the bottom, then come up table, take that one out.
Bad.
Come on, Jason.
Yeah, this is fine too. Yeah. Just run around naturally off 2.
What's Jason? Jason's talking about something. Has Jason been fouled?
Oh, maybe Jason didn't nominate. No, did he?
Still on the table. Oh, he's still going, so I'm not sure what happened.
Not sure what's going on.
Verge just has the opportunity, like, Verge can bag up, he can hit the middle of the 3 reds there.
Knowing Verge, he's bagging up is not in his vocabulary. Jason,
Well, you reckon he'll load up with top left and try to smack this red and then just get on the other balls?
Yeah.
Just tell it how it really is. Verge could have a crack here. I mean, they're 8 frames up. Why not?
I think Jace, just play this and just stun the white, stop it dead.
Stun it.
Perhaps just a little soft screw into the black here, then you can play the yellow in the middle.
Yeah, wouldn't be
And then
surprised
play
if
the
Alec...
yellow bottom left, and then you can play the ball in the bottom right, and you're going to have a roll in for the black.
Yeah.
Doesn't like it.
Which frame are you talking about?
I'm talking about Jason's.
Jason's.
Looks like he's going to take the middle one and then play the high one, which is also fine. I mean, it's pretty hard to go a wrong way about this, to be honest.
It's lining up with top. by
Is he
the
running
looks of
through
it,
here?
But it's hard to tell with Jason. No, he's
No, he did try
played
to
it how I thought he would.
Has he fallen a little bit off angle?
No, he's fine.
He's alright, he just runs straight through.
No, you can just stun for the red, the yellow in the middle.
Yeah, true. Even he can also run through and then play it in the bottom right corner too.
Yeah,
So he's
he
got
has
plenty of
options, but
yeah.
as long as you're decisive as always. Verge is in a world of laughter, but he still has to be smart. And he has to pot this and hopefully give Alec nothing, and that's what he's tried to do. It's left Alec with a... Alec's probably going to pot a ball, but it could go wrong.
Alex on yellows?
Alex on yellows, yeah.
I would
Jason's
think
ended up...
I think the shot here with Alec is that he'll be playing this, like trying to double it down to this corner and try and get a snooker behind the ball that's on the ball line.
Maybe. Not sure what Jason's done, but he's ended up in no man's land.
Quick shout out to Brenton Collier, who's listening to the feed. Sad you're not here, mate, but hopefully catch up with you next time soon. That's what Alec has played. Yeah, he's played that very, very well. Put this over the hole.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't realise he had 2.
Yeah, he's had 2. I mean, you just have to say to yourself, ooh, slugs!
A bit of decel on that one. Yes.
You just have to say to yourself, it's irrelevant what chalkers do. If they pot out 3 times off their break, then good luck to them, but we have to make sure that we give them absolutely nothing. So Jason's got a potty. If he gets it, great. If not, you just have to He's got it. Nice.
This is an hour where it should never have been as difficult at what it was.
Oh yeah, Jason's just played that loose shot.
That just shows you how important your mapping is, and just to make sure that you're falling on the right size. Like the shot that he played just stunned back. He just came back a little bit too far, whereas being underneath is always better. But being high was no. It's amazing how just such little things like that can make such a big difference.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Alex is going to get full control here now. He's got 2 shots. Put this over the hole, play the deliberate foul, and then Verge is in a lot of can play the deliberate foul in a way where he runs right into that red, to those 2 reds as well.
Yeah, that's fine. He's got to be careful that the white doesn't rest up onto the yellow on the side rail, but he's going to be fine.
It's okay, because you can't be foul snookered by your own ball too, so the one that's in the bottom. Just got to make sure you get this really laid over.
Yeah, he's deliberately hit it hard, and that's fine.
He has left the gap there, though. He has left the gap.
Well, he has also left a Verge with a shot to get his hard ball out.
I like just chipping out this ball up towards the top corner, or you can just play it towards middle, screw out towards the left-hand side of the table, and play the ball that's down by the middle inside that yellow, try and open up the pocket. The black is a little bit tricky too, so he's got a few things he's got to worry about here. What is he doing here?
He's overcutting this. No, he's not. He's doing that.
I'm not sure. I don't think he realized he has 2, does he? I don't think he realized he had 2 shots.
Oh, now we can pot this in the middle. Maybe he's trying to go game, but smash the yellow out.
Oh, well, this is going to be an incredibly difficult positional shot.
But I mean, they're 17-8 up.
Yeah, true.
Verge, Verge is not going to get another visit where it's going to be productive.
But you don't think about it in that respect. But he's going to have to play this with a touch of left-hand side and play this for him. He can't dolly this with left-hand side. I'm just trying to lay it up.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good. It's a great touch. What are your options here, Dave? Is he playing the
He's
3 yellows? 3 yellows on the train. You play the middle one.
No, he's just going to play the top one and just play a snooker.
So I don't like taking the top one just because you open up the black. I just don't think it's necessary. I'd rather play the middle one personally.
I'd play the top one. Just play this about half the pace Alex going to.
Wow. Take an aggressive option.
It's great playing aggressive, and sometimes you want a result like.
You're still in control of the table too. You have an opportunity, even if it does come out, even though it's come out a bit awkward right now, but he's still at the table and he does have options to take control of the frame.
He can do whatever he wants. I'm not sure if he would have played that had the score been 12-all. I think Alec would have just rolled that ball and just guaranteed a snooker to try to get 2 more shots.
Well, how about this shot? Do you think he can play the yellow that's nearest to the black and then play it rail first? Just try and open up that red, get a snooker on that ball, and also he can't double the red across too. That way all your balls are going to be on as well.
Yeah, possibly.
You're just going to have to be careful that he, in case he plays the across table on the ball that you're going to be moving red. But I do like that option. From the naked eye, that does look the best option.
You do have to do something with the balls that you have. You either have to move your balls, move his. So with this, he has to
play
make sure
he
does.
Well,
that's not really good enough.
Yeah, he's not good enough.
The two yellows are kind of the moment of kill.
If he wanted the white there, he could have played that a lot thinner, controlled the speed a lot easier as well. And he would have left the yellow in a much better position to be potted.
Yeah.
Is face card doubling this? That white is going close
but I
to
think
the black.
Verge is going to not get another shot after this. I think that's his last shot.
Yeah, it really depends what happens with those 2 balls that are up on the top left, whether they plant or not.
Yeah, or whether the bottom one actually cannons onto the yellow. I don't think the cannon's actually on.
Right. He may be able to like
He might double the
inside
yellow.
one. He might be able to flick it over. So if he can leave this,
He's doubling the yellow.
I'll be very surprised if he's playing the double there, unless he can put a safe white with it.
No, he's not doubling the yellow.
Oh wow, he's missed it. Oh, it's gone in. Ah, I see. He might be able to, if as long as he's straight on this ball, we can play a snooker, I think. That may be his best option.
Sounds pretty cool.
It's hard to tell from here. The yellow has just come out a bit too far for him to take on the plant. It's just incredibly missable.
I mean, if he doesn't have the right shot, he can pot the ball in the middle, but it looks like he
Looks like
could
he's
do your
straight
shot.
enough. Yeah, looks like he's straight enough. It's always test your nerve in your queuing. Oh, he's just gone too far. It's always a risk because he was just that little bit off that he had to play it into the into the yellow. Sorry. Whereas if he was just straight enough, then he could have just controlled the speed of the white a lot easier.
Yeah. Shot roll?
Well, it's
On the rail, but I think he's fine.
He's going to have to take a longer black, I think. I think he's just going to have to roll through the gap. Just take
Either roll or we can smash the red in.
Right.
But I don't think the white will go high enough to...
Yeah, I just think in that situation, I think it's just take your medicine and just guarantee yourself a shot and back your queuing in.
Yeah,
pop the
true.
ball. Unless he does, because it does look a little bit too straight. They're the kind of shots where you could just like run off the side cushion and something will snooker yourself. Oh no, yeah.
What are we talking about?
That's why we're here.
That's why we are here. We've played really well.
We're a verge.
They're on the verge of winning.
It's not as black as red as what you think, mate.
You told me I've got half of this on my face. Fantasy FX Meron cream makeup.
Yes,
See? They're yelling. Look at those chalkers, mob.
Yeah. And that puts them on the hill board, ladies and gentlemen.
It does, yeah. Just lazy 9 frames in a row.
Oh, it's been a bit of an anticlimactic
Oh,
final, unfortunately, I have to say. It's, both teams certainly have had their opportunities. It's just Chalkers have just been a bit more clinical. I think that's pretty much the name of the game.
Yeah, they've been a bit smarter.
Yeah. It's been a bit more clinical in the finishes. Just a lot of, whether it's pressure or just lack of concentration at times from the bridge, just in their finishes, just haven't had that. Just haven't been strong enough mentally over the shots. I think. You know,
yeah, you're dead right.
Simple little.
Maybe
simple
it's
mental errors.
But maybe it's the pressure. Maybe it's the first time having this sort of environment. Maybe they're relaxed a bit too much. You just don't know. It's like there's a lot of unfamiliarity with what Bass has done to try to change how the grand finals viewed, I guess.
Yeah.
Like normally it's on a Monday night. Everyone like on a Monday night you get to your home your home team ground like at 4 o'clock. You practice for 2 hours, go out and have tea, come in and play. Whereas now it's like, well, maybe you can do the same. Come in for an hour or two, grab some lunch, and then do the same. But
Well, this is my breakfast time normally. So.
breakfast. Farben has a great opportunity here.
I think if he can roll through and then try and freeze on the yellow, then he can play his only difficult red, and then he's pretty much out.
I think if he stuns a yellow in the bottom right corner, he can actually just get onto it. He's on reds, so I wouldn't play this. I'd play the one in the bottom right corner.
Play this? I think that's perfect.
Oh no, that's brilliant. I was saying I was going to play just stun the red in the bottom right corner, and then you've got the red in the top left.
Right.
But
Jaden's just trying to bag up there.
So what's Sarvan got? He can still.
I think you have to take it now. I think you have to take that shot. Take it up in the top corner.
He's not playing it.
He's not on in the top corner. It looks pretty straight
It's
up
not
there,
top corner, but he's playing the ball in the middle. He's got another crack at it. Another two cracks at it.
He's just going to use that as his finishing ball, I guess.
Yeah.
Looks like he can play the one that's on the bottom right. He can always play straight position, or he can just like soft screw into that yellow.
Basically, just got a stun on the screw and then a stun and then a good shot for Sarvan to bring home the chocolates.
But do you reckon he just leaves himself a touch of angle here on the next one, then try and stun across and then try and play that ball by the black?
I think you play the ball by the yeah, you do that. Yeah. And it's all about white ball placement here. You don't want to. That's fine.
I don't know if he wanted to be so straight on this.
I think he's off. The white might be travelling towards the rail.
Right.
He just has to. He has to pick a spot where he's going to be most comfortable, either just stunning the next red in or just rolling the red in. I think he has to make a decision as to what he wants to do.
It's yeah, that was a bit of a strange shot there. I thought he might have wanted to come back or come forward at like at least 1 or 2 inches, just to make it a bit more of an easier transition to his next ball.
Yeah, possibly.
Because he does want to be relatively.
I think he leaves a white near the finger mark in the middle of a table.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good marker.
And that's fine.
That looks good.
Just stunts it in.
Just the only thing that can go wrong here is if he gets it a little bit too thick and snoopers himself, or just leaves himself like a semi-Chinese shot. But he still wants to make sure
he's checking it now.
Yeah, he still wants to be relatively straight. I think just to the right edge, to the left edge on camera of that yellow is absolutely perfect. He just doesn't want to fall in between here because he needs to hold for the black as well. So it just needs a lot of care and attention on this shot.
Just confidence. Shot. That's all you have to do. He might even be able to pot the red in the middle off the yellow if he wanted to. Yeah, that's what he's looking at.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
It's actually, yeah, pretty.
You just don't want to try and hit this too hard. If you hit it too hard and hit it full, then you might run into the black. But it's like you can control this with a touch of bottom, you know?
Yeah.
Comfortably hold.
Jaden's doing all he can to just to stay in the frame while Sarvan pots out.
Jaden's purely in survival mode, but
yeah, Sarvan's probably doing the right thing and just having a legit crack at this.
Is he taking out the top left?
Yeah. If this goes in, we're going to hear a scream, and we hear a scream. Brilliant shot.
Great shot.
And that's it, ladies and gents, by the looks of it. Sarvan will probably just collect himself. Can't have a timeout for that, just play it shot. And this may be it, ladies and gents. There you have it. The Reds defend their title.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was an incredibly scratchy match by both teams.
It was.
It would have been great to see both teams flying at their best. It would have been a very, very close match if that was the case. But
yeah, definitely. I mean, but both teams have a lot of depth, and three state team members each. It's a pity that Cripsy couldn't be here.
Yeah,
if Cripsy was here, it would have been a lot closer.
Cripsy
At least a lot.
Yeah, of the year as well.
He has, but he's having fun in the US or wherever he's gone. So lucky guy.
Be like that, desert your team.
Be like that.
He's gone looking for Simo. All right, I guess that's all from us, ladies and gentlemen, from David Ewing and
yeah, huge thanks to Dan Lynch, who's flown over to stream this for us.
Does an incredible job.
He's got a great setup here.
And I guess we'll catch you guys next time. I think next one will be at Nationals, so we'll see you guys then. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Enjoy.
We're on to Chalkers Red. They like to do it by black. Sorry. Certainly led from the front, 5-1 up, playing quite well. And congratulations to the team. I'd like to ask Alec Evernote, the captain of Woodford Bridge, to come on. His runner-ups. Congratulations to the grand finals. I'd like to ask James Delhood. Congratulations, James, and your team will do it today. Last out to bring up each of the players.
Phil Riley, Jaden D'Amico, Roland Green, Tommy, come up here, boys, and James Georgiadis.
Daniel Porter. Simon Hacker, Sean Salmon, Nick Delahunty, Jason Tucker, Shane Allen, Gary Wilcox.
Well done to Chalkers Red. There's a lot of experience there. You might have seen them up close. I haven't made a Super League Grand Final in about 15 years. So I know that you guys are in there quite regularly. And yeah, 13 in a row. That's a couple. Well done. Deserved it today. Happy with my team that we actually made the final this time. It's been a few years. And I want to wish the guys that made the state team, Roland and Jaden, for the first time, Roland and Shane Cripps, who's away in Vegas, or America. But there's 3 players that made the state team, so I want to wish them all the best at the Nationals, and of course all the players that are representing in Chalkers Red. So, well done, thank you.
Needed a couple of other thank yous before joining further. Greatly appreciate the people who've taken the time and effort to contribute in whatever way they have to the committee and organise this event. It's been a great season, quite a number of teams, quite a lot of experience gained by those who've not had the opportunity previously, and well done to all those players who tried their heart out to get as far as they have. Thank you to the people who refereed today. Thank you to the people who prepared the tables and did the hard work behind the scenes, such as I, to move the tables out of the way of the crowd, the venue for the audience to be able to view. Thank you to the guys with the cameras and doing the coverage, the internet and TV. And thank you to Art for providing the opportunity to come to this great venue to be able to play our Super League season. I'll hand over to the winners. Well done indeed, Chalkers Red. First off, I've got to say thank you to Roth for painting your face. To Empire Bridge, you guys were the best team all year. There were a lot of great players in this team. We were on today and they weren't probably not enough for us to have a good day, but great side, great players. To Alec for the tables, it's a great environment playing at tables where Schmidt is always, thank you. And to my boys, this is probably the best one I've been involved in. We've played a lot of finals lately, but we finished third this year and we were pretty ordinary a lot of years. And to fire up and play the way these guys did in the last 2 matches, very proud of this team. Well done, boys. And on the trophy.
Take photos. Get in front of us. We'll get up. Team. Come on, boys. There's the cameras. You doing it? Hey, bloody hell. Get it up there. Get in front of us. Get in there, buddy. Get in here.
I don't know if the camera's still on.
Who cares? We'll pretend. Hey!
Yeah, go.
Just in case they're watching on the internet. Could be my last. Might be my last one ever.
Come on, we haven't got smiles.
Great time.
Come on. Well done, boys.
I'm getting ready for this.
I just want to quickly say well done and congratulations to Saab and Naka for all the changes that you made this year. Certainly more money, better to be playing a Saturday than a Monday night. Good for the game, well done, mate. Cheers.
Good work, Jimmy. Tough feature. James. Well done, guys. Awesome. Well done.
Every time we line it up, it's like, let's enjoy this. I was playing the other corner.